Good evening from the Lancerlot Sports Iceplex here in Roanoke, Virginia. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. Want to thank you all for tuning in on this very cold January day. We're all the way out here in Virginia, but the boys are in good spirits. Very cold, but they are in good spirits indeed. Just a few things to get caught up to speed on. It's the first game of the semester for the NC State Ice Pack, as well as the first game of the semester for the Virginia Tech Hokies, which will be State's opponent for tonight. And this is the first game that PackTV will be doing on the road in this game as well. PackTV will be there to cover both games against ECU as well as UNC Wilmington next weekend, so be sure to stay tuned for that coming up. And the biggest things to note for tonight's game is that it does not count towards points in the ACC division standings. Now, the big thing to note, of course, is State is already guaranteed a spot in that. They're 14-0, undefeated, having an outstanding season so far. We'll need to battle through some of that Christmas rust that they know they've been going through so far. But they're coming in against a Virginia Tech team which is 4-13. And Virginia Tech is obviously a great team. And they have great guys, scoring guys, such as Brendan Hoey, Mason Wildgrub, and Stephen Gerke, all of which have almost 20 points on the season. And just as a reference, Laith Jadala and Riley Johnson both are hovering around 20 points each as well. This is a team with a lot of scoring up at the top, but not a lot of scoring through the depth. I was able to watch some of the games that they have been able to play recently, Virginia Tech, and they're a team that does not get off to a jump very well. They are not strong off the jump, so this is going to be State's first opportunity to really cash in, to really make sure they get off that jump well. Because as we have seen in the past, State has done an outstanding job of getting off to that great start, but after that, they've really had lackluster third periods and not allowing enough good defense to back up goaltending and everything like that. A few also things to note for tonight. This is State's best season so far since the 15-16 season, just a few short seasons ago before all the injury plagues happened before that. This is a great opportunity for State to sort of flex on their opponents and to show why they are going to be the better team and a team that could possibly even make it to regional championships this year so far. And it's not something the guys want to talk about because obviously they don't want to jinx it, but it's a possibility that is really a big deal for this program going forward. This is a program that has really been in consideration for the longest time to be granted money to be donated to move up to the Division I standings. This is a team where you have several strong players coming through the ranks and several strong alumni, such as Luis Jimenez, who is now playing professional hockey overseas with the Barcelona team, and he is doing quite well as well with that. But more importantly, with State, some of the big things to get to. Joey Hall will be getting the start tonight. Jess Hart will be serving as backup. Ian Hutchison and Josh Cannon are on the road trip, but they will not be dressing tonight. I have Josh Cannon right beside me. Should be an interesting one for that for sure. Also want to give a quick shout out to Coach Rosetto and his family that are watching or will be listening in tonight. We want to thank you for your undying support of this team. Again, we are really excited to come in and do all this, and it's going to be a great game tonight for sure. This will be State's first competition. Virginia Tech is going to be a strong competition for sure, but the thing is, can State get off to the jump? I'll be back shortly after a quick break to talk about some keys for tonight right here on PackTV. music blaring in the background, a pretty decent-sized crowd for a Virginia Tech game, a cold Friday night in January. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. For tonight's broadcast, the viewers are slowly trickling in. I just wanted to give a shout out to all of you for listening in tonight. The guys in red and white do appreciate your support as always for the final semester push heading into the ACC tournament. It's going to be gaining a lot of momentum is going to be one of the key things. And this is maybe cliche for a lot of you and for a lot of sports teams in general, but gaining that momentum is going to be crucial going into the ACC tournament, because if you're constantly winning and you have that mentality and the expectation that you're going to come into a game and you're going to win, games get a lot easier. And that's exactly what you want to have going into these games. As Sam Benishevitz and a lot of these guys always say, it's very important to do well. And Ian O'Rourke I was even talking to him on the ride up, and we were talking about the road ahead. Now, on paper, of course, you look at the teams that State are facing. ECU, a team that is still in Division III that is not doing as hot. UNC Wilmington, who is still recovering from the hurricane and not having enough practice time. Obviously, on paper, it doesn't look that difficult. But Ian told me before the game, they still need to keep their heads up and grind through, because this is going to be a very tough schedule coming up, especially going into the tournament as well. State's biggest competition heading into that will be UNC Charlotte, which will be on January 26th. Of course, one of the new semi-annual backyard brawls will be on January 23rd, a Wednesday night showdown. That'll be very exciting for sure. More details on that to come, but it's the beginning of a new year. It's exciting. This is an exciting time. It's 2019, a lot of new faces, a lot of new opportunities to be made. So what are the goals for State this year? And as we were talking about earlier, they're already a lock for the ACC tournament, right? And tonight's game doesn't count for points, but you need to win. You need to gain that momentum going forward. Another big thing is they need to stay out of the box. Penalty trouble has been big for State this year, and especially penalty killing and power plays. Their power play has been looking good as late, but their penalty kill is something to be looked after. Their transition game has improved throughout the year. Their ability to move from one end to the other, to switch from offense to defense. This is going to be a big opportunity for them to make sure that they always have their stick in the right place. We automatically look at some of the leading penalty minutes. Ellis Rushford leads the team right now in penalty minutes with 42. And that's not something to be too happy with, of course, if you're Coach Mike Gazzillo, and Cam Mazikowski is second on that with 32 penalty minutes. But then you look at Virginia Tech. They're in the box just as much, if not more so. Mason Wildgroove, while he is second in the team with 19 points, he has 48 penalty minutes. So this is going to be a highly penalized game, and as you know, there's going to be that lull in the second period as we try to figure out, once a brawl breaks out, what penalties are going to go where. I'm going to be trying to keep track of penalties and power plays, penalty kills, everything like that tonight to make sure that we stay up to date. And there's the horn. The teams will be coming out pretty soon, so stay tuned. This is going to be an exciting night tonight. Thank you guys for joining in. Zach Sawaya here for PackTV. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with Puck Drop and some more information right here on PackTV. Teams are about to come back on here at the Lancer Lot Sportsplex. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. State has just taken the ice in their black, red, and white uniforms. And the Hokies come out in white, orange, and I believe that's navy maroon. An interesting fact I learned the other day may blow your mind for the fact maroon is basically navy red. Now, I don't know how much importance that will play in tonight's game, but I just wanted to throw that out there because I think that is a very important fact. And we're getting some crucial insight as well from Josh Cannon here beside me, taking a look at the ice tonight just by looking at it once. Turns his head and tells me this ice is pristine. They do such a good job of taking care of this ice, so we're going to expect a very fast game tonight for sure. So be on the lookout for that. But of course, with fast games comes with costly stick penalties and may even be some fast passes, a quicker transition game. So it's going to be a matter of can State keep up? Can they get off to a strong jump? Some of the other things as well. Heading into the rest of this semester, you want to be on the lookout for a lot of the guys that are in the depth who are scratched right now to kind of step in and really play well, because they already have secured a spot in the tournament. So this is now time to start recycling guys. And here come the starting lineups here from the Lancer Sports Iceplex. Going to listen in here for that. It looks like it'll be the same starting lineup for State as always. Nikita Anistertov, that is flanked by Leith Jadala and Sam Benishevitz on D. And on D, you have, it looks like it's Ellis Rushford wearing Eric Johnston's jersey. Eric Johnston is a former member of NCSA hockey. Didn't end up forgetting his numbers tonight, so he'll be wearing that. So if you hear me say Johnston, I do mean Rushford. My bad about that. And Cam Azakowski will be his line mate in that, and Joey Hall will be starting for the Pack. And coming out for the Virginia Potekny, number 18 for Virginia Tech. Brendan Hoey, I talked to him before the game. Very nice guy, exceptionally excited for tonight, really got his head in the game, warming up very well. Mason Wildgroove on that top offensive unit, Scott Strauss on D. Trevor Murphy on D. Christian Caraco, who is not having a hot season thus far, 4-11 so far. Virginia Tech hockey doing a very good thing here, welcoming on a youth hockey starter of the game. Pretty special moment.
This is her first official year playing hockey for the VYHA, where she skates on Tuesdays and Saturdays as part of their Learn to Play program. She doesn't yet have a favorite position, but she loves to score goals and is already looking forward to joining the Bucks next season.
That's an outstanding opportunity for that young woman right there on the ice. It'll be exciting to hear. The national anthem should be coming up very shortly here, so we'll tune in for that and stay listened here. We're going to take a quick break for the anthems. We will be right back. words of team captain Sam Benishevitz, pitter patter, let's get at her. The boys are back in red and white here. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. So excited to bring you tonight's action live from the Lancerlot Sports Complex. A pretty decently sized crowd, as we have mentioned before. Some state fans even have made the trip. I can look off into the distance, see some red in the stands as well. Huge shout out to the Ice Pack Game Day fan account that will be listening into tonight's game as well, tweeting live updates. They have done such a great job to not only help out the fans of the NC State Ice Pack, but PackTV as well, providing key insights and also really doing well on Twitter to find out what is going on with the standings in the ACC, because the points in that are a little bit confusing. Some of the games count, some of them don't, and even myself here, we still don't do a good enough job of trying to find out what counts and what doesn't. But we're going to be taking a look at what goes on so far. So as we have mentioned before, the starting lineups for the Hokies looks like they have Mason Wildgrove alongside Brennan Hoey and Clay Potnicki. That'll be a lineup for sure. Potnicki has 6 goals and 9 assists, 15 points, one of the least amount of scorers. Brennan Hoey would taking the faceoff against Nikita Anastratov. This will be a big one. Sam Benishevitz lining up alongside Wildgrove. Jadala also with Potnicki. Cam Mazikowski, Ellis Rushford rather. I already got it mixed up. Sit back, relax, enjoy this one. The puck has dropped here from the Lancerlot Sports Iceplex. Zach Sawai here for PackTV as Cam Mazikowski now will handle that puck back in the neutral zone. And Anastratov now comes in through the corner with speed. And Anastratov to the front of the net. No one's there. Puck is cleared back out. Cam Mazikowski through traffic. And the puck goes out of play. No, it doesn't. Laith Jadala still hangs on to it. Ellis Rushford just can't keep it onside. Now back in the neutral zone. Forechecked well there by Wildgrove. Mazikowski now in the back. Puck is now sent back out, and a rush has tried to be started ahead. Looks like that was Potnicki. Defended well by the Ice Pack. Some fresh legs now come on. And now skating through the middle, there they go. That was Trevor Murphy. Takes a quick shot and a nice save there by Joey Hall. Sam Benishevitz now back in the corner. Now there's battle ensuing. Little bit of war going on right there as things go forward there. Andrew Calandra now hangs onto that puck. Ellis Rusher tries to flip it ahead, and it's taken away. And a great job once again by Stephen Gerke to hang onto that one. Parker Zarek now hangs onto it. The ACCHL's fastest skater as deemed by the Stephen Russell Memorial Tournament Skills Competition. And now that's squittered through, just through by the stick of Riley Johnson. Hung onto well by Andrew Calandra back in the Virginia Tech end. Now back in the corner. Handled well. Alex Robinson. Robinson with his linemen and Parker Zarek and Riley Johnson. The new dynamic duo for NC State. Zarek now hangs onto it with a quick shot going off the side of the cage. There's Robinson. Robinson hangs onto it. Robinson looks for a man, decides to go pass it to Cesarek. Back in the corner. Cesarek defended well by Andrew Calandra. Back in the corner. Hung on once again by Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson stepped ahead well there by Eric Mura. Really wanted to get in some I-40 traffic, as many North Carolinians know well. Alex Robinson now behind the net. Passed out in front. There was no one there. Really good offensive pressure. O'Rourke with a shot. And a great save by Christian Sirocco. 18:02 left to go here in the first period. What a start for the Ice Pack. Great job by them to make sure that they're getting into the corners, winning those important corner battles. Nothing wrong here so far. Really big, and this is an important offensive draw. The third line now out for Coach Gazzillo and crew, Tyler Alfonzetti. And now the puck is being carried through. Looks like that'll be sent down on a icing call. Have some fun facts tonight about the Lancerlot Sports Complex here. Be telling them periodically here on PackTV. Spoke with a couple of the linesmen before tonight's game. Very nice gentleman that I spoke to tonight. Actually a deputy firefighter. A great save there by Sirocco off a shot by Ian O'Rourke. That's his second shot of the night so far. Trevor Merchant now hangs that back onto that one. Through the slot, no one was there to pick it up. Tyler Alfonzetti now weaves, stick handling, joystick move, and a huge save by Sirocco. Rebound, no one in front. Merchant battling for it, and he can't quite get it. Trevor Merchant now back in the corner after an amazing job back in the slot, and it looks like it'll be headed back out. O'Rourke, strong forechecking once again by Hartley, number 23 for the Virginia Tech Hokies. And now back in his own end, that was Michael Roberts. Roberts lost it, and now it's carried forward by Luke Slater. Slater hanging on to it once again. And now back in the back check is Hudson. With a quick shot, Joey Hall with an amazing save. Bats it over to the corner. And now it's carried it through. Ryan Kinney. Kinney loses it and it's sent back in. There's Devin Halco. Devin Halco once again. Halco hangs on to him with a cross-ice pass to Hudson. Hudson with a spring pass up to Tyler Alfanzetti. And now fresh legs come on out for the Ice Pack. Looks like the fourth line. Alex Vedetta now comes back on. Swinging through. There was Murphy. Murphy back for the Virginia Tech Hokies. And now spring forward by Vedetta. With some legs, there was Todd. He couldn't quite get the pass as the puck goes out of play. 16:38 now left to go here in this period. Want to give a quick shout out to all our viewers as well. Thank you for tuning in. The guys in red and white certainly do appreciate it. Some fun facts now about the Lancerlot Sports Complex. Was talking to some of these wonderful gentlemen of the linesmen. This arena was built just about 4 months ago pretty much. This is a new wing of the complex. And as that puck is carried back to the neutral zone, Brendan Hoey, first line now back out for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Joey hangs on to that one, and I'm standing right on top of the NC State bench here, so I can't exactly censor any of the amazing, amazing dictionary words that hockey players have. So if you hear something, well, you know, it happens. Now puck is carried back. Strauss with a shot just over the blocker of Joey Hall. He did not get a piece of that one. Vedetta forechecks well alongside Murphy of the Hokies. Hudson now back behind the net to Devin Halco. Still nothing going on here, just about 4 minutes in. Matt Costigan. Costigan is throttled to the ground by a Hokie. Couldn't see who that was from my vantage point. And now puck is now back in the Hokie end. Sam Benishevitz once again had it, and Halco is now back in the neutral zone, and Davis Hudson will throttle that one ahead, just under the skate. Strauss now. Strauss all the way over. Murphy lost control with a quick breakout play. Banishevitz was almost there to intercept that one. Jadala now skating it back in. Sam Banishevitz was looking for his 19th goal of the year, and his body checked down. Banishevitz out to the front. Anastradov, and he can't find anybody. Nikita Anastradov still looking for a goal here. Hasn't been too offensively. Sam Banishevitz, and he scores! Sam Banishevitz off a pass from Leith Jadala, and it is 1-0 NC State. And you really didn't expect anything less, right? Of course, first game of the semester, Sam Banishevitz, he just had to score. We're going to go wait for the assist on this play, but I can guarantee you that it was an amazing job, a corner battle won by Leith Jadala, and he got it out to the middle of the slot to Sam Banishevitz, who fired it home. What a clap on. Unbelievable shot by the captain to really get things going here for the Ice Pack. 15:30 left to go here, 4 minutes, 30 seconds in, and the Pack lead by 1. Again, we are waiting for the official word on assists. Leith Jadala and Nikita Anastradov get the assists on that particular play. Amazing job by them as well. That'll be Jadala's 13th assist of the season, and for Anastradov, that'll be his 10th assist. Now carrying it forward, there's Rushford. Rushford again, Pack up now up by 1 here very early in the first period. This is that quick jump we were talking about. This is one of the Pack specialties, as we have talked about before. Parker Sarek. Sarek with some legs, now carried it through off the side of the net. Sirocco did not see that one, and now the puck is carried back once again by Andrew Calandra. Mazikowski lost control of that, now it's pushed ahead. There's the chill. The chill now. Morrison from the Hokies will go off for a change. Rushford now to chill in the corner. Sarah can't hang on to it. Now being pressured there by Whistler, number 4 for the Hokies. One of the only players tonight without a nameplate on the back of his sweater. Riley Johnson with some legs. Superman Johnson tries to find a corner. Can't do it, and it trickles in! Parker Sarek will get credit for that goal off an amazing forechecking and pushing job there by Riley Johnson. 2-0 Pack. Just got word from some of my amazing analysts here that did end up going off a defenseman's skates, so that goal may be credited to Riley Johnson if I'm not mistaken there. But still can't deny the effort, the amazing job by both of them to rush into the offensive end and make that play happen. They are going to give the goal to Parker Zarek, but in our hearts, it will go to Riley Johnson. Puck is ice now here. Still very early on in the first period, and these guys are hungry. There was a lot of preparation on the bus today and heading in. We actually got to Roanoke, Virginia about 3 hours before the game actually started. Had a nice time exploring some of the landmarks in one of the malls here in Roanoke. It was an exciting time. Some of the boys got to relax, really got to talk and socialize, and was able to kind of get their minds off of hockey before tonight's contest. And of course, again, this is an exhibition match, so nothing too much will be coming of this game besides the fact that, well, they're going to get in some practice for next weekend's games against ECU and UNC Wilmington. Puck is sent back in, and the NC State ended a good save there by Joey Hall. Some extra fisticuffs there by Eric Mura. For all those listening, be sure to come to the Backyard Brawl on January 23rd. NC State will be taking on the UNC Tar Heels. Always a fun showing and always a large crowd. And it's an exciting time for each and every fan that comes out. I guarantee you, and I'll be right down. And Jelly takes a slip. There's Kinney on the break. Kinney loses control. No offsides. Merchant back out to the front of the net. And now it's carried back out by Michael Roberts from the Virginia Tech Hokies. Mira with a quick up. Kinney now sends that one back ahead into the Hokie end, and a great play there by Sirocco. Back into the neutral zone. O'Rourke now will backhand that puck in once again, and Alfanzetti now with some legs. Alfanzetti, of course, with the late game heroics last semester against the University of Delaware. State's toughest competition so far, and ranked the best game of the semester, of course, by their online Twitter account, which has been getting exceptionally better with the work of fourth-line center Eric Todd and his graphic design abilities. Now handled back in his end. There's O'Rourke. Nat Costigan. Now Devin Halko. Halko, bad pass. Back in the end. Back out in front of Joey Hall, still looking for it. And again, and a great save there by Joey Hall off an amazing shot by Stephen Gerke. 5'11", 165. You look at Virginia Tech's team, they're actually a pretty solidly sized team for the fact that many other guys are hovering around 6 foot. And in most modest opinions, I feel like 6 foot is the best height to play hockey because you're still big enough to play physical, but you're still small enough to be quick and to make sure you're getting in. And there's Costigan on almost a breakaway there. Hudson barely stays onside on that play, and now sent back up. Carried forward once again, there was Gerke. Now carrying forward with a quick shot just wide. An amazing shot there by David DeChill. Now it's back in the corner. Todd being held onto. No call on that one. Scott Strauss back out in front. Devin Halko will recontrol that, and now it is sent back up through the neutral zone. Alex Vedetta will now chip that back ahead, and play is settled down here. 12:17 left to go here in the first period. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Zach Sawai here for PackTV on this very exciting match tonight here between the NC State Ice Pack and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Back in, backhanded. Now there's a corner battle ensuing. And the Hokies rush it back up. There's DeChill. DeChill being pressured well by Anastratov will get that puck away. Laith Jadala. Jadala needs to be utilized with a point tonight already. Puck is sent just wide. Nikita Anastratov could not gain possession of that puck. Not a failed shift there for that first line for Coach Gazzillo and crew. But they need to get something else going. Hudson surveys his options. A little bit of a mishandle, but he hangs on. Banashevitz hangs on to his stick. Sam Banashevitz, the senior, the 5'11" captain, with a shot. Jadala hits the wrong net, just above the actual net. And we're going to take a pause here. 11:24 here left to go. Another big thing as well, tonight's game actually does have some sort of importance for Virginia Tech. Due to the impending snowstorm that's coming in tomorrow, they canceled their match against the Tar Heels with a shot by Rushford, and it goes just high. Great face-off win there by Nikita Anastratov. Nikita Anastratov won that face-off. Mazikowski made the quick pass, cross-ice pass D to D. Sirocco actually, I believe, got a piece of that shot, and it was sent just high. Zarek now in the face-off dot. Johnson tries to make some finagling moves. Mazikowski through traffic, and again, I believe Sirocco got a piece of that. Now it's carried back in. A lot of traffic back out in front there. Riley, that's Robinson. Robinson with the pass to Zarek. Sarek now still hanging on to it. Now another shot and sent just wide. Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson with it now. That was Ellis Rushford. And now it is carried back in once again. There's Luke Slater. Slater with a little bit of an AB level up Gold Star joystick move and can't get by Ellis Rushford and crew. There's Mazikowski with a drop pass to Rushford and a great save off a shot in the slot. Pack are really applying pressure so far. There's nothing to be denied about their effort. Surprisingly enough, there has not been a ref hand in the air so far in an ACC game. You would expect a penalty by this point, but the game has been clean. There's Robinson. Robinson now in a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Riley Johnson now sets himself up in front of Sirocco for a goaltender screen, and now it is back in the corner there. State loses it, and Virginia Tech will corral it back. A work with a shot and a great block there. That was Strauss with the block. Robinson now. Robinson back in a great check once again. Puck is handled back in. Team captain, Mason Wildgrove, will now send that back out. Eric Mura didn't make the trip. Eric Mura still looking for his first goal of the year, has 9 assists on the season. Again, great block by Ian O'Rourke sliding across, making sure Joey Hall doesn't get a lot of work in today. Gonna have to after burning off all of that pregame food that we all enjoyed. Exploring the Roanoke Mall. Now back inside. Carried ahead once again. There they go. Stephen Gerke lost that one. Alfonsetti with a shot just wide. Trevor Merchant couldn't hang it out with a clap bomb from the point. Again, great save by Sirocco. Alfonsetti has a chance with a shot. Sirocco with some acrobatics and hangs on to that one. 9:16 left to go here. As we had mentioned before, Jess Hart is serving as the team backup tonight. One of the most prominent goaltender equipment-wise on the ice. Talking about this with Josh before the game, actually. Joey Hall's helmet is one of the more intricate helmets in the ACC, but the thing about Jess's helmet is there's a gigantic skull on it. It's just very eye-popping. A lot of eye candy there. I love the mask. Great job there, Jess. And now the puck is sent back into the corner, and it's great job handled there by Andrew Jones, who is on D for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Tyler Alfonsetti will lose that one, but regain it back in the neutral zone. And with some legs, Alfonsetti, Alfie as the team calls him, couldn't get through. Ryan Kinney couldn't find it. Halko with a bullet. What a save by Sirocco. That puck had eyes. Laser shot. Quality music choices once again here, providing a great in-arena atmosphere for all the fans in attendance here for the Hokies. 8:52 here to go, and just to update on the sort of view of the game, it's been very choppy, I want to say, for the most part. There's been a lot of sticks hacking and whacking everywhere as a shot by Vedetta goes off a Hokie defender. Back out to the front, E.T., Eric Todd, couldn't quite find eyes on that. And there's Halko. Halko from the point. Great job shuffling over. Still couldn't get there. And there's Gerke. Gerke intercepted there by Eric Todd. Eric Todd throttled to the ice. And now handling it through. Maneuvering his way. Finagles his way in, and he decides to dump that one in to get some fresh legs out on the ice with a back pass. Great job handling it there from the Hokies by Morrison, but Halko will bring that puck back. Wants to clear it, but will take the shot on that. Sirocco with a no-problem save. Vedetta now. Now handled back in there by the Hokies. At the point, there's Ellis Rushford with just a random shot. Finds his way in. Sam Banashevitz tries to pass it back to Rushford for the shot, and there's no collection there. And the puck settles back in as Mazikowski will hand it back in the defensive end for State. Coach Gazzillo and crew is looking for their 15th win of the season. NC State is ranked 7th in the ACHA Southeast Division standings and probably at this point number 1 in the ACCHL. Anastradov off the post. I think I heard something there that sounded like a clang. That may just be the monkeys in my head at this point. I'm not even sure. And there's Ellis Rushford once again, hanging it back onto it in the defensive end. And sent back. Hanging on to it, there's Michael Roberts. Michael Roberts gets it just by the stick of Leif Jadala. And now handling it back in, there's Mazikowski. Mazikowski centers it, and Jadala can't fire home a shot. And now a rush the other way. There's Slater, 2-on-1 if they hurry. Slater with a shot just by the glove hand of Joey Hall. He has to get over quickly, and the Stratov goes crashing into the boards, but he is okay. No medics needed on that one. Ellis Rushford now send that run back ahead. Another rush back up the ice. Just as we predicted, this is a fast game. Sam Banashevitz with a great shot, and it's blocked out in front. Now we're back in the neutral zone. Eric Mura is the back skater now for the Pack. 6:43 left to go here in the first period. Pack are up by 2. No goals against. Alex Robinson. Robinson still looking for a chance. Backhanded just wide. An amazing drive once again by the Pack. This is now coming down to the Packer getting all the opportunities they can, but they haven't had a truly clean goal. The first goal, Sam Banashevitz almost had a fan on his shot, but it was still a beautiful shot from the slot, nonetheless. And now it is carried through. Just a few quick updates as well on the goals. The first goal was scored by Sam Banashevitz, assisted by Leith Jadala and Nikita Anastratov. The second goal was credited. Puck is back out in front. That second line, who already has a offensive impact tonight, Ian O'Rourke now will try to shuffle that puck. Still looking for an open lane. O'Rourke through traffic and a great block out in front by Andrew Calandra. And hanging on to it is Sirocco. As I was just mentioning, I believe Riley Johnson will be getting credit for that second goal, with Parker Zarek getting the assist. It trickled in off a defender out in front. But nonetheless, it is still an important game so far. Once again, thank you guys all for listening. We're going to have a first period recap after the rest of this period is played out with about 5:47 left to go here. Work through traffic once again, sent just wide. Sirocco couldn't quite hang on to it, and the puck is again. Great job there once again by the Pack. They are really applying the offensive pressure, showing why they are one of the top teams in the ACCHL, and more importantly, the ACHA. Zarek with some legs. There was a banana peel on the ice, and he fell, trickling in the slot. Back out in front through the doorstep. Couldn't quite find its way in. O'Rourke now will be the person to go over and get that puck. Now back in front, there's Robinson. Robinson with a little bit of a cross check back out in front by number 15, Gino Angeli. Mira through traffic. What a save there by Sirocco. Mira found himself in the slot with a quick break, and there they go. Zarek, great defense, denying any possible opportunity for a joystick move by DeChill. And there's Robinson. Robinson once again up to Ian O'Rourke with a quick shot. Tipped. Joey Hall cherry picking. As we've talked about before, it's fruit season because Joey Hall definitely loves to pick those pucks out of the air. Officially now, there's 4:49 left to go here in the first period. Pack lead the Hokies 2-0 here on PackTV. Zach Salawaya here covering the game for you as always. Now on the faceoff dot is Drew Rissler alongside Tyler Alfanzetti. Tyler Alfanzetti so far this year has 8 goals and 5 assists, looking for his 9th goal tonight. Alfanzetti is one of the most clutch players that NC State has right now. He may not be an impact player for most of the game, but shows up when you need him to. Alfanzetti still has it with a shot, and I believe that hit the blocker of Sirocco. Again, Alfanzetti making an impact where it needs to happen. And Hartley now. Hartley tries to move around Hudson, but Hudson shuts him down. Joey Hall will hang on to that one. Some updates as well on the top goaltenders for the ACHA. A little bit of bragging rights now. Joey Hall ranked 36, and Josh Cannon ranked 4th in the ACHA goaltending standings. So Joey, that's something he got to improve on for sure here. 4:19 left to go here. Looks like there was a Virginia Tech player now in the box. We're waiting on the official call. Looks like it's number... No one knows for sure. Looks like it's number 9 for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Luke Slater will take a seat. Most likely will be a 2-minute minor. This will be the first power play of the night for NC State. Let's see if they can capitalize. And at this point, they've been doing such a great job offensively that it's very possible that they'll be able to do something here. Ellis Rushford. Rushford just wide, and a great save there by Sirocco. Slater gets the gate for saying non-age appropriate words. As far as I know, the official call, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Believe that was at 4:19, or in more layman's terms, like 15:41. I'm bad at math. That's why I talk. Cam Mazakowski with the cross-ice pass. Couldn't find anyone. Sam Benishevitz now hangs on to it. There's Rushford. Rushford with the bottom from the point. Hit that in front. Late Stradala couldn't find anyone there. There's Cam Mazakowski once again. Mazakowski back over to Rushford. An amazing pass through the slot there by Rushford. Anastradov can't get the shot. Mazakowski tries to bat it down with the stick, but it is not baseball season. Way too cold for that, and the puck is now back in the NC State defensive end. Lace Jadala now back up to Sam Benishevitz. Benishevitz will rip that one, and he scores! Sam Benishevitz, his second of the night. 3-0 for NC State. 3:38 left to go here in the third. That is the Pack's first power play goal of the night. Sam Benishevitz, that's his 20th goal of the season. And special teams is going to be crucial in this game. And boy, did they make it known. Sam Benishevitz, an absolute ripper from the right face-off dot by Sirocco. A third goal here in the first period. That is not a good sign from the Hokie defense. 3 goals in 1 period, and this is the Packs. Really, they need to hang on to this lead to try to get that momentum heading into the second period. Hudson flings it back just over the net. That one had eyes. Looked like it was going top shelf. Costigan was back out in front. Couldn't quite hang on to that one. Davis Hudson. Hudson now will send it back in. Couldn't quite find it. And a great behind-the-net pass there once again. Great job there by number 27 for the Hokies. That was Andrew Calandra. Brendan Seppi now. Bad pass. There's Pakani. Pakani on the breakaway. And he shoots and he scores! Pakani pots one here. 3-1 here for NC State. There's the goal horn. Virginia Tech does end up getting one. A bad pass there by Brendan Seppi leads to a quick goal by the Hokies. And now comes a 2-goal lead for the NC State Ice Pack, one of the most dangerous leads to have in hockey. But it shouldn't be something they are faced with. Their defensive core is arguably one of the best in the ACCHL. So it's nothing to shy over for that fact. Again, for all those fans listening, that goal was scored by number 18, Clay Pakani. An unassisted goal there by Pakani off a bad pass. It was a partial breakaway goal as well, beating Joey Hall. Absolutely juked him out there. And now Riley Johnson with some wheels coming back in. Riley Johnson looking like Sonic out there, just in red and white, not blue. And now that puck is sent back in to the neutral zone. Cam Mazakowski in a foot race alongside Andrew Jones for the Hokies. 2:21 now left to go here in the first period. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. And now the puck is sent back in. Ian O'Rourke chips it just behind the boards. And now a breakout will ensue for the Hokies. Hokies haven't had a lot of offensive pressure tonight. That one goal tonight came off a little bit of a fluky play once again by Brendan Seppi. It was hard to tell in an icing call here. Now just a quick recap, 3-1 State leads. State capitalized on their first power play of the night, and that's a crucial one. Sam Benishevitz leads the team now with 2 goals. Riley Johnson did get credit for that second goal. Parker Zarek will get the assist on that one. Of course, waiting for the face-off here. Coach Gazzillo's posse is right in front of me, of course. Hearing the lovely sounds and smelling the amazing smells for all the way up here. But of course, it is very cold, so my nose is pretty much clogged at this point. Again, this is some very good ice that we're looking at here at the Lancelot Sports Complex. This is ice that is, at some points, maybe even better than the Iceplex ice. Slater will lose control of that for the Hokies. Johnson will try to make that pass over to Mazakowski, and he springs it through back through the neutral zone, and now hanging onto it by the penalty box. There, the Hokies. Hanging onto it, that was Calandra. Calandra will send that one back ahead. There's Johnson. Johnson now. Johnson will finagle his way through at the top of the slot. Johnson rips one just wide, just by the glove side of Sirocco. Sirocco trying not to go 4-12 on the season so far. Trevor Merchant almost loses his man on that play. To chill. Now there's Merchant. Merchant with a great interception back at the blue line. Robinson now with a shot. And a great save there by Sirocco. Classic robo play. Ellis Rushford will send that puck back in through the corner. And Ryan Kinney now will hang on to that one. Ryan Kinney now behind the net. Now looking for some options. Trying to make a pass into some I-40 traffic. Mazikowski. Mazikowski at the left face-off dot. Robinson now coming off for a quick line change. Alfie comes back on for the Pack. Now sent back through. Great job there by Alfie to defend that pass and a possible breakout in the middle of the slot. Took away that puck well. Mazikowski almost lost his man on that play. Alfanzetti back out. Alfanzetti loses the puck and now it's carried back out once again by the Hokies, but Rushford keeps it in the NC State zone. There's Rushford. Rushford back into the corner. Tries to make a pass. Great defense there by Roberts. 30 seconds now left to go in the period. Alfanzetti tries to find Ellis Rushford lurking in the slot, and he couldn't get that pass off. And now, Rushford now will hang on to that one. Fresh legs now coming back on for both teams as Rushford will send that puck wide. There's Halko. Halko will now send that puck flittering in, and Sirocco will hang on to that one with 10 seconds left to go here in the first period. Coming up in the intermission, you hear some of my thoughts and some more of my thoughts. No intermission guests for this particular one. Tim Healy will be coming up for the second period, of course. For all you die-hard Ice Pack fans listening, if you want to hear what's going on behind the bench, we got you. Tim Healy will be joining us in the second period. About 9 seconds left to go here. Lace Jadala now will hang on to it. Back on front, Sam Banashevitz looking for his third of the night, and he can't quite find it. Nikita Anastradov loses the battle, and that's the period. 3-1 NC State leads after one. And what a period it was. Fast-paced from the jump. There was a lot of things going on in that period for sure, and you really can't say much more about it. We're going to be coming right back here with some more analysis here, right here on PackTV. Welcome back here from the Lancer Sports Complex. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. An exciting first period so far. Wow. A lot happened in that period, and as we predicted, it was extremely, extremely fast-paced. From the jump, Sam Benashevitz really knew what he was doing out there. Scored the team's first goal and the team's third goal. The second goal, of course, was scored by Riley Johnson, assisted by Parker Zarek. Finally have that name down right, of course. And then the Hokies came back. Scored by Pakani, an unassisted goal. An amazing job there working through the slot as well. So what are going to be the keys for State going into this second period? Well, it's mainly going to be, the biggest thing is pushing the pace. State has done an amazing job of getting out to quick leads, but this season they are so offensively strong that they've lost a little bit of that depth power that they had in years past with Eric Webb, well, several other of the depth guys. So now their main mission is going to be, can they maintain the momentum and the lead that they have gotten in this game? It's going to be extremely important for that aspect. And of course, can they provide support to Joey Hall? Now this is a big thing, of course. Joey Hall has played really well tonight, not tested a lot. I want to say around 5 shots that he faced. But still, it's a matter of, can Joey Hall still settle back into his net? He did seem to be a little bit too far out of his net for my liking. But all in all, you know, he is playing the game that everyone knows him to play. And that's the very important thing. You got to play the way that you play, or else there's not going to really be much uniqueness about you. So that's what makes Joey Hall so great. Of course, Joey Hall comes into this game with an outstanding record. Joey, of course, is undefeated. And we're back here at the Lancer Sports Complex. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. And then it was an amazing period as well, for the fact that State has done an outstanding job of doing all the right things. And for that simple fact, they have really done a great job. Sam Benashevitz, of course, coming in strong, getting that first and that third goal, and really applying just the right amount of pressure for each team here. Of course, this is the end of the first period. State is up 3-1 now for all the fans that are still listening in. The period will be starting relatively soon. They got a timer on the clock, about 13 minutes to go here. Again, it has been just a lot of back and forth, I want to say. And really has been a lot of pushing the pace. Can State keep that up, and can they keep pushing forward? Sam Benashevitz has 2 goals in the night. Nikita Anastradov and Laith Jadala both have an assist each. And that's important for them. They need to make sure they need to keep that up, because the thing is, they are providing solid support to the 5'11 senior and Sam Benashevitz. And of course, this is State's first game back. They've had a long Christmas break, and they really need to keep going, because the thing is, they are doing an outstanding job of just really pushing. And you look at all 4 lines that are going. You got Alex Vedetta on that 4th line, who continues to be one of the most underrated weapons that State has. So can they keep this up? And can that 4th line really continue to step up? Can Alfonzetti come in clutch? And you heard it here first. Alfonzetti came in with several good clutch moments there late in that period as well. So it's going to be very important to note, can these guys really step up and do the job that they have to do? We're going to take another quick break right here on PackTV. Thank you all for listening here tonight. Pack are now leading 3-1 against the Hokies. We'll be right back with some more analysis right here on PackTV. A fitting song here for tonight's matchup. Wagon Wheel being played here by the Hokies PA team. Praying down to Raleigh to see my baby tonight, as the song says itself. This is the Darius Rucker version that they're playing, not the Old Crow Medicine Show. But then again, I know a lot about music. So this is a great chance to just talk a little bit about what culture means to the state of North Carolina and about growing the game. If anybody has been keeping up on Twitter or on social media as well, North Carolina has not really been known as a hockey state for a while. And this is a state that's been known for basketball, college football. This is a very competitive state. But when you think hockey, you think cold in a hot state? What? But there's been so much growth for the game. The Fayetteville Marksmen are on the rise. The Rail Dogs, which are Virginia's closest team, but still they're pretty close to North Carolina. This is a very non-hockey area. And now you have all these teams coming in. NC State hockey is really gaining almost national recognition. They're doing such a great job that most of the East Coast knows them very well. I mean, number 7 in the ACHA division standings. There's no doubt about that. They are doing an outstanding job. Of course, they do work with the Carolina Hurricanes to advertise for the Backyard Brawls. So these teams are really gaining this recognition. And of course, the University of North Carolina, the Tar Heels, are doing an outstanding job of continuing to apply strong and solid pressure to each and every single one of their games. And they're doing still a great job of performing to the best of their abilities. So what does this mean exactly? Well, North Carolina, whether you like it or not, is becoming a hockey state. There are so many great ways for the youth to get involved now, and it has been such a great job going in so far. So just another quick wrap-up here of the first period. It is now 3-1 NC State leading. Sam Banashevitz with 2 goals. We're still getting a little bit confused on the second goal here so far. My right-hand man here, and Josh Cannon, is having some fun over here as we see here. Josh Cannon, of course, most likely will be getting the start next week in UNC Wilmington, barring any internal conflicts with Coach Rosetto. We'll be waiting to hear the word on that. I'll be waiting intently to hear the word on that one. But still, and we're going to talk with Coach Healy about this later. What does this game mean heading into next weekend for the Ice Pack as they take on ECU, a team they did not face last season? And then again, Wilmington, who really was clobbered by State back in the Stephen Russell Memorial Tournament. We're going to take yet another quick break here, about 7 minutes to go until the period starts here on PackTV. We'll be right back. ice is clean. Very, very clean. Ice is looking great so far tonight here as the boys are about to come back out here on the beautiful clean ice here. I can't emphasize clean enough. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. And talking about clean, it has been a clean game penalty-wise so far. Interesting segue, I know. But the fact is, State has only really had one power play opportunity tonight. This is so non-ACC-like to see the fact that there's only been one special teams opportunity in this game so far. I thought I would be marking down a lot more penalties going into this second period, but Sam Benishevitz still has the team's lone power play goal. And I think that's the most important part. They knew coming in this is going to be an important game for momentum, so they really wanted to capitalize on their opportunities. Just about 2 minutes until the period starts here. There come the linesmen now. Talking over with some of the guys that are not playing here tonight for the Ice Pack, we were talking a little bit more about that goal scored by Andrew Pockney, and it was a simple Clay Pockney, rather. It was a simple breakdown in defense. I don't know if I illustrated it well enough, but there was a Ice Pack player lurking near the penalty box, and Seppi tried to make a D-to-D pass in his own end, fanned on the pass, and the puck went in. Joey Hall ended up biting on the first juke move there by Pockney, and sort of Pockney just had the better shot. Joey Hall had good stance, good positioning, but was just beaten with a better opportunity, of course. NC State in the red, black, and white for this game heading into the second period. Hokies are in white, orange, and, well, navy, maroon, red, whatever that is. I am not a good color guy myself here. I'm not an art major. I just like to talk. That's how it is. Anyway, more about the game here. Actually, they're about to drop the puck here for the second period between the NC State Ice Pack and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Of course, some of the big events are coming up. The ACC tournament, which NC State has clinched a spot in, will be held mid-February. PackTV will be there. And some special news, we may actually be doing the entire game. And State, I think Laith Jadala forgot to go on the ice for the start of that shift there, smiling at the bench. There's a moment that the team will be talking about on the bus for sure. They're going to restart that. I don't think they're going to add any more time to the clock. 19:53 now left to go here. Anyways, welcome back here to the start of the second period here. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. And Nikita Anastratov has a little bit of an equipment malfunction. Learn more about this on the bus as well. He had to run back inside to the Ice Pack locker room and grab an extra clip for his helmet, but he seems to be okay, still skating. Beautiful lettuce of hair on his head. That's all fine and dandy. Now the puck is sent back in there by the Hokies. Cam Mazikowski with a good forecheck there, back check rather, since the teams have switched ends. Joey Hall with a good deflection save on that one, now sent back in. Back to the blue line with a quick shot through traffic. Another amazing save by Joey Hall. Virginia Tech knows they messed up in that first period, and they are back on the attack. A cross-checking call, looking for the number. Looks like it'll be a cross-checking call on Mason Wildgrube, team captain for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Another chance for State to dominate on this power play. It's going to be crucial for them to step in and make sure that they are really on top of their game. Nikita Anastratov, that first power play unit now is back on for the Pack. Let's see what they can get going here. Ellis Rusher now with a little bit of a skate to stick. Laith Jadala over to Sam Benishevitz. Sam Benishevitz now slowly handles the puck, and there's Laith Jadala back in the corner. Jadala looking for a spring pass option, and there's Benishevitz once again. Swiveling now to the middle of the slot. No one there. Losing possession of the puck, and the puck is sent all the way back in. Joey Hall will recollect that puck for Cam Mazikowski to restart the rush. Now, Cam Mazikowski, of course, is looking for his second goal of the year. Reigning ACC Rookie of the Year, still looking to find that offensive prowess that we love so much. Laith Jadala back out to the front. Anna Stradov misses a shot and bodies down Sirocco. And Sirocco seems to be hurt, calling for the play to stop. I believe Sirocco will be okay on that one. It just looked like that was sort of a kind of a wind taken out of you hit. Anna Stradov ran right into him, and a beautiful job there by the NC State power play, which has about a minute 12 left to go here. A lot of cycling going on. Of course, Sam Banashevitz was found lurking in the middle of the slots. A little bit of circling around as well. I don't believe there will be a goaltending interference call on that one. 3-1 State leads, 18:33 now left to go here in the second period. State now will be taking the faceoff back in their own end at this time. Parker Zarek now will win that draw. And there's Eric Mura with a D-to-D pass. Ian O'Rourke still trying to find a man and decides to find Alex Robinson. Robinson will now push the pace. Robinson now will send that back ahead. Sam Banashevitz with some very strong remarks. The puck is sent flying high into some fans. Oh boy, they're going to get a souvenir. Going to go home and tell their parents, hey, I got a puck from the NC State Ice Pack. Probably won't get any autographs, though. The boys like to leave pretty early from the rink. 18:15 left to go here. Organizing the setup so far here. The guys in red and white do look very excited to be on the ice here. This is their first time back on the ice after a strong week of practice. Coach Gazzillo truly believed his team was ready. Johnson back at the point, sent across the ice to Eric Mura. Mura with strong defense. Andrew Calandra still forechecking that puck. Another penalty now. A 5-on-3 for NC State. Eric Mura now at the top of the slot. Sent back over, there's Ian O'Rourke. Now on the 5-on-3 for NC State. O'Rourke sends that cross-ice pass over to Parker Zarek. Eric Mura. Mura now finds O'Rourke with a clap bomb, and it goes just over the blocker of Sirocco. There's Zarek. Zarek now with a quick shot. Again just over the net. Taking the penalty there for the Virginia Tech Hokies was number 28, Brendan Hoey. State will not be able to capitalize on the second power play. They will go 1-4-2 on the power play for tonight so far. They will lose the chance on the 5-on-3, but they still may be able to capitalize on the 5-on-4. And now the puck is sent back, and a breakaway opportunity. There's Wild Group just coming out of the box, and he still can't quite get there. And now that puck is sent flying back in once again, and there they go, and that will be called an icing. Sirocco's hand charges into the air. With 17:03 left to go. Wow. What a start to the period. This is an exciting game and a lot of great job on the power play being done by State. Not a lot of execution, though. A lot of great looks, just not enough shooting at the net. This is something that Coach Gazzillo may need to talk about, but they need to start shooting more. Absolutely. I think they're playing a little bit too passive for me. Robinson answers my call for action, takes a shot. An amazing save there by Sirocco. 36 seconds now left to go on the power play here for NC State. The penalty to number 28, Brendan Hoey. Ian O'Rourke now behind the NC State net. Players lurking all over the ice. Parker Zarek, Riley Johnson now are on the respective sides of the ice, right and left wing, near the penalty box and the bench. Alex Robinson now back at the blue line in the offensive zone. Not too much longer left on the power play. They need to get a shot off, and there's Eric Mura. Eric Mura at the offensive dot, and it's sent just wide. And there's Devin Halko. Devin Halko now is sent back over to Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson still sending it back. And now the penalty expires for the Hokies. State is now 1-4-3 on the power play for the night as Alex Robinson still tries to find a man, and there's Strauss in the corner. Strauss decides to send it ahead over to number 8, Mason Wildgroup, the team captain, who just got out of the penalty box. State couldn't capitalize on his penalty, and they will go 1-3. Devin Halko at the point, tipped out in front, and an amazing tip. Again, Riley Johnson couldn't quite get there. Riley Johnson finagles his way through. Again with the silky moves, man. Whew. Amazing moves there by Riley Johnson to get back in. The puck is sent back in the neutral zone for a quick check up ahead by Brendan Hoey, the team's leading scorer with 13 goals in the year. And the play is stopped. For Clay Pakini, that'll be his 7th goal of the season. That was unassisted back in the first period. Not a lot of scoring going on here so far. 15:28 left to go here in the second period. I haven't changed the numbers on the scoreboard yet for the period, but I can guarantee you it's the second, unless I'm having a massive brain fart, which is probably not the case. Now sent back at the point, handling it very strongly, was number 14, Andrew Jones. And now Ryan Kinney gets bodied in the neutral zone. And Jones now, forecheck there by Trevor Merchant. State setting up a little bit of an aggressive forecheck. Aggressive by meaning they're more attacking the puck instead of lurking by the blue line. They're waiting for a breakout pass, which has been a good opportunity in the past, but the team this year has been more offensively dynamic and a little bit less gritty, so they don't have a chance to be as good intercepting passes, and the puck is sent back in after an icing call. Been an active first period so far. Fans are excited. Definitely everyone is warmed up for the most part, I think. Music gets everyone pumping. A really fast-paced game. I want to say there's about 100 people here at the Lancer-Lott Sports Complex, and that is indeed a mouthful, the Lancer-Lott Sports Complex. As well, be sure to keep an eye out on Twitter as well. I will be sending out a poll on the PackTV Twitter for the Wolfpack Outfitters Player of the Game. We will decide the candidates heading into the third period. We'll discuss it with Coach Tim Healy about some of his standout players from tonight, and as well talk with some of the guys over here that are not playing tonight, and Josh Cannon and Ian Hutchison, who are here providing much needed analysis for myself to make sure that the game is being telestrated in the best way possible. The fourth line now back off for NC State. Gerke will win that draw. Costigan, and almost a Michigan move right there, and a great save there by Sirocco. The Michigan move, of course, is flipping the puck up on the blade of your stick and sort of just lofting it in the net. Not a lot of fancy footwork done. Tripping call? No, there will not be. Player was tripped up in the corner. I want to say that was E.T., Eric Todd. And now Mazikowski with the rush. Mazikowski trying to make a move there, but it looks like he lost a little bit of his mumbo-jumbo. And there's Eric Todd. Eric Todd tried to get to the middle of the slot and throttled down Eric Todd. Looks like he's hurt. I don't think so. He'll be fine. He's just heading back to the bench. His stick is still on the ice. That definitely rattled him, but no problem at all. Sam Benishevitz will come on in his place. Caught up high is Alex Vedetta, still on the ice. Cam Mazikowski loses his stick. The Ice Pack were scattered on that shift. There was no doubt about it. After the Eric Todd hit, everybody went flying back into that end. Sam Benishevitz was confused on where to go on the ice, and there was a shot that was deflected and a huge block there by Cam Mazikowski. But his stick went flying everywhere. Joey Hall went too far out of his net. It was very, very lucky for the Pack that the play was stopped. With 13:30 left to go here in the second period, it is still 3-1 NC State. They finally just fixed the scoreboard here. They put the 2 on for the period. So I am definitely not having a brain fart. And now Strauss could not hang on to that one. Back in the NC State end, trying to get some offensive pressure there for the Hokies who need it. Ellis Rushford with a strong hit, and that's going to be a call. Looks like Ellis Rushford will be heading to the box. And it'll just be a 2-minute minor. This will be State's first penalty kill of the night. 13-17 now left to go here. Ellis Rushford donning a new number for tonight, number 10. 10 out of 10. Of course, he is number 3 originally, but some equipment malfunctions prohibited him from wearing the actual number 3 jersey for himself tonight. He's going to go by a new moniker, Eric Johnston. Eric Johnston played for the team last year. Had some interesting educational opportunities so far this year, so he was not able to join the team. But he should be trying out next year, if I'm not mistaken, from rumblings within the NC State hockey organization. And now Murphy will send that puck flying back into the neutral zone. Murphy still hanging on to it. The Hokies still trying to get their 5th win of the year, losing their last 4. Now the puck is sent past the blue line, and Trevor Merchant will take that back in the neutral zone and throttles it back ahead. The Hokies are now back in their own end, trying to make a rush play going on. Making their way through. Trevor Merchant with some good D. Can't get that puck out. Trevor Merchant still looking for some more points on the year. His 4th goal of the year. Still looking for that. The goals are coming with a shot. What a save by Joey Hall. An amazing shot there by Andrew Calandra. And what a pad save by Joey Hall, sliding over to his own end. Ian O'Rourke shuts down a man as the puck goes back into the Virginia Tech end. What a rush of adrenaline for the guys in red and white. An amazing job by Joey Hall to really keep this game at a 2-goal lead for State, and the puck is sent back with a shot back out in front, deflected. Davis Hudson still can't quite grab onto it, and the Hokies are still trying to get onto it in the corner. And there's Hudson. Hudson will now send it back and finagles a man, and if they hurry, it will be a 2-on-1. But Hudson can't quite get open, and now is throttled back into the corner here in the Hokie end. Mustard and Custer down low in the corner, and the Hokies still can't get the puck out of Hudson's reach. If they don't get the puck out soon, they will stop it, and Zarek will hang on to it. Pass it back in the neutral zone. And back in the NC State end. 10 seconds now left to go on Ellis Rushford's penalty. The first penalty of the night for NC State. Puck is sent back out in front, and they can't get it. And there's Eric Todd. Eric Todd will send it all the way back into the neutral zone. Ellis Rushford can't get in on the breakaway, just coming out of the box. Pack killed the penalty. That was crucial. Undoubtedly the most crucial moment of this game so far. Forget the score, forget the goals. They needed that. They are as good defensively as they are offensively, and that was proving that. And now Parker Zarek now comes to the middle of the ice, and now back into the corner behind Sirocco. Loses that one, and the puck is still in the corner. Battling well, there's Angeli for the Hokies. And now sending back up, there's team leading scorer for the Hokies, Brendan Hoey. Hoey flies that puck and bangs the crossbar. Goaltender's best friend, Joey Hall, needs to be kissing that crossbar right now. Wow. An amazing, once again, shift here. A lot of back and forth. Team did look a little bit scattered once Ellis Rushford left the box, but nonetheless, they need to get settled back in. And you really got to credit the goaltender for doing that as well. Goaltenders have been known for the longest time to really do a great job of just settling the play down, whatever it may be. And some of the best goaltenders are very cool, calm, and confident. And you need that from really anyone on your team to be a strong force as Ellis Rushford handles that puck once again back in his own end. And the Hokies will still pressure. The first line back out for NC State. Leigh Chudala with an assist on tonight. There they go. Benishevitz in front, and he scores! Sam Benishevitz with the hat trick, number 21 on the year. And it is 4-1 NC State. Leigh Chudala will get his 2nd assist of the game. Sam Benishevitz will get his 3rd goal. Holy sweet Moses. Leigh Chudala has been proven to be one of the most dominant line mates for Sam Benishevitz so far this year. And Ellis Rushford will get the assist on that one. That's his 1st assist of tonight. All he needs now is a goal and a fight, and you got a Gordie Howe hat trick for Ellis Rushford. Let's hope on it. Leigh Chudala now loses that puck, and Leigh Chudala goes springing ahead. Now with 2 assists to his name tonight. Leigh Chudala couldn't find Sam Benishevitz lurking in the slot, and there's Anna Stradov. Chudala once again. Chudala sends a cross-ice pass to Rushford, and Rushford can't pick it up. Ellis Rushford, just like someone who needs more hours at work, he couldn't pick up more hours, couldn't quite pick up the puck. There's Ellis Rushford, bodied down back out there by Drew Whistler. Ellis Rushford can't get onto it. Rushford lost the glove of number 4 for the Hokies, Drew Whistler. The puck is still back into the Hokies' end. Sam Benishevitz doing a great job of forechecking, keeping that puck in their end. Riley Johnson now comes out. Riley Johnson, of course, doing a great job tonight as well. of course, with that strange sequence of events. But, of course, there's Johnson. Johnson coming back in. Johnson with a juke move. Goes kind of scarily into the boards, but he is fine. He did go body first, not head first. And now it's an odd man breakout. And there they go on the breakaway. Joey Hall, too far out of his cage. 4-2 NC State. An amazing goal there by Gavin Morrison. Joey really wanted to play that puck, but I think he went a little bit too far out of his net, came all the way out into the slot. With 8:44 now left to go in the second period, Pack did give up one here. And it was a strong play, of course, but I think there was a little bit of a miscue on the defense there. State got lost in the corner battle, and Ian O'Rourke just could not win the foot race to get back. And an easy goal there for Gavin Morrison. And there's the call.
Assist to number 21, David DeShiel, and number 19, Stephen Gerke.
DeShiel and Gerke with the assist for the Virginia Tech Hokies as Parker Zervik now, and it sends it all the way back. An amazing job there once again. And now the puck is sent all the way back. Virginia Tech is now back in the NC State and lost through traffic. They can't get it away. Riley Johnson has to get his wheels going. Mazda vroom vroom, and Riley Johnson can't quite get to the offensive end. Somebody took a hit. I couldn't quite see who it was. Gerke lost control. Mira, joystick move to the front of the net. Robinson can't get it in. He was lurking in the doorstep. And there's Robinson once again. Robinson still looking for it. Back in the corner. There's Johnson back out in front. Zarek looking for the one-timer, lurking in the slot, and no luck there. Eric Mira bodies him down. Boy, do they hate Eric Mira right now here in Hokie Land. Whew. Holy sweet Moses. Hits are going everywhere. Eric Mira, 2 hits. I'm losing track here. There's Trevor Merchant now heading back, and this game is getting physical fast, and it's in. It's in. Alex Robinson, 5-2 NC State. Or did it? I swear on my life that went in. Don't hold my word for it. I don't believe that was a goal there. We don't have video review, obviously, so I don't think they're going to count it. But if that did count, it would have been an amazing setup. Trevor Merchant was behind the net. Robinson was just by the blocker side of Sirocco to just tip that in ever so slightly. But he did a great job of hugging the post. Has to keep his team in here. Just down by 2 goals now. 7:13 left to go here in the second period. Puck is sent all the way back in. Ryan Kinney could not get that puck. Trevor Merchant now has a chance to make something happen. It was back at the top of the state end, and now the Hokies will hang on to it once again. There's Angeli. Angeli sends it back in. That line of Wild Group, Potkinney, and Hoey now back on for the Virginia Tech Hokies. The most lethal line for tonight. Kinney slides into a man. There won't be a call on that, if I'm not mistaken. A great job there by Kinney to force that play away. Joey Hall can't quite settle it down, but they still get away for it. There's Alfie. Alfie couldn't quite get the play going there. Intercepted well in the neutral zone, and Joey Hall will hang on to it. Joey Hall giving up only 2 goals tonight. State doing a great job on the penalty kill thus far tonight, killing 1 of 1, which is still good. They still killed a penalty, and they're 1 for 3 on the power play. We have been keeping track and getting a shot out. They couldn't quite get it. Joey Hall again out of his crease. Again, larceny. What a save there by Joey Hall with the right pad. Joey Hall is absolutely standing on his head. I know that it's not possible on the ice with a curvature of the helmet, but you know what I mean by this point, as the puck is sent back in. And now carrying it forward, there they go once again. There's Andrew Jones. Tyler Alfonzetti is now back in the end. Alfonzetti with a shot again, and then no one can get there for the rebound. Wide open net. Tyler Alfonzetti is still hanging on to it, and there's Ellis Rushard again. And what a save by Christian Sirocco. He is going to be in the nightmares for NC State going forward here. He has put on an absolute showing here. And it's too bad that the Hokie defense can't pick up for it. The Hokies, of course, this year have lost most of their games by quite big amounts, to be quite honest with you. So at this point here, it's really coming out of the defense. And from what we're looking at here, State is facing one of the better goaltenders. And we were talking about this against the Wake Forest goaltender just a few short weeks ago. And in the Wake Forest game, their strongest goaltender happened to be one of their weakest assets because State's offense has become so prolific that not many teams can stop him. Vedetta can't quite get that one as he was trying to enter the neutral zone. And there's Gerke. Gerke springs it forward. Gerke, what a silky move, and Joey Hall will just pick that one out of nowhere. And if anyone remembers my fumble when I was trying to announce the music, I can guarantee this one now. This is Stronger by Kanye West. I know that now for a fact. I did not know that back on the Backyard Brawl. My sincerest apologies to any Kanye fans out there. It is not me to be like that. As the puck is sent back in, I am an avid music person, and so are a lot of these guys. Kanye West happens to be on a lot of the guys' pump-up playlists and everything like that. Cam Mazikowski almost got a tripping call back in the own end. We'll get away with that one as Mazikowski loses it, and there's Gerke. Gerke loses his footing. There was a banana peel on the ice, and Nikita Anastratov will now handle it through. Anastratov, one of the better skaters for the Ice Pack, so hanging on to that one back at the top of the Virginia end. Ellis Rushford sends that puck high. I feel bad for that fan where the puck went over the net. He almost got that one, but there was the netting in the way, so he's going to have to pay for a puck tonight if he wants to bring one home to his kids. Wow. 4:43 left to go here in the second period. 4-2 NC State leads. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. This has been a very fast back-and-forth game, and really great analysis by Josh Cannon, who is standing not too far away from me so far. That this ice is some of the best ice that the guys have played on for most of this year. And now sent back out in front in the middle of the slot. And there was a hand pass call on that one. A little bit of a breakdown back in the NC State end. Coach Tim Healy being very vocal on the ice. He will be here for the second period intermission. Be sure to tweet your questions to me at Zach Salwaye, and I will ask as many questions as I can to Coach Tim Healy from the fans, you. So be sure to send in your questions. Tweet them to me at Zach Salwaye. If you don't know how to spell my name, no worries. There's Laith Jardala now coming in on the breakaway. Jardala now! And it went in. Laith Jardala gets his first of the night. They're going to count it. 5-2 NC State. Laith Jardala on the breakaway. I'm not exactly sure who will get the assist on that one, but Jardala now has 3 points on the night. Sam Benishevitz, of course, has the hat trick. Might get his 4th point of the night as well. Still waiting for the word on the official assist. Face-off draw, 1 there. Gonna wait on the official word. They're giving the goal to Anastratov. They're giving the goal to Anastratov, assisted by Banishevitz. That's weird, but all right. In our hearts, it's going to be Laith Jardala. Zarek now to Johnson. Johnson with a bit of a flittering puck, and Soraka will hang on. As I was saying before the goal, be sure to tweet your questions to @ZAKSELWAEH. Send in your questions, or just send them to PackTV. Be sure to tweet them out, and I will ask them to Coach Tim Healy at the second intermission. And, of course, if you wanted me to ask some questions to Coach Gazillo as well, be sure to do that. And I guarantee you that I'll ask them. Because Coach Gazillo and crew is in a very positive mood today, and luckily so. A little bit of a misplay. Johnson will now win that draw. There's Eric Mura. Eric Mura now back through the neutral zone, and there's Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke now will send that back in. Goal was just scored, according to the PA announcer, by Nikita Anastratov, assisted by Sam Banishevitz. Banishevitz, that's his 4th point of the night. Anastratov, that'll be his 2nd point of the night. 1 goal, 1 assist. So this means now that NC State's first line, the dominant offensive unit of the Russian, Laith Jardala, and of course, the public relations senior and Sam Banishevitz each have over 2 points. Incredible offensive showing there by the Pack. There's Eric Mura. He will keep it in back in the offensive end. There was a slash on that play, and that'll be called That'll be going against Drew Whistler of the Virginia Tech Hokies. Just kidding. My apologies. I am a funny guy, aren't I? That is going against Luke Slater of the Virginia Tech Hokies. This will be State's 4th power play of the night. 2:59 now left to go here in this second period. Zach Sawai here for PackTV, awaiting your questions for Coach Tim Healy. Be sure to tweet at my Twitter account at ZAKSELWAEH to make sure that you get your questions heard. And now the puck is sent back in. There's Sam Banashevitz. Banashevitz still waiting for something to happen. Couldn't quite get it, and the puck is sent flying all the way back out. And now Hudson will recollect that puck back in his own end. Quick cross-ice pass at the top of the NC State, and they can't get it out. NC State trying to go 2 for 4 on their power plays for tonight. And now sent back ahead. There's Nikita Anastradov. Anastradov loses that one. A little bit of a neutral zone flare-up. There's Laith Jadala once again. Jadala looking for the backhand pass there to Devin Halko. Trying to find a sprig man. The period has quieted down. There's Jadala. Jadala now works his way back in. What a blocker save there by Sirocco. He saved another goal there for the Ice Pack. Halko now. Halko with a quick pass. Banashevitz now passes to Anastradov. Banashevitz will now hang on to it. Banashevitz, some back and forth passing, and there's Devin Halko, rather. My apologies. Hudson loses that one. Hudson with another shot, tipped out in front again, and they score! Looks like it'll be Laith Jadala. That'll be an actual goal for him now. An amazing shot back out in front. State will go now 2 for 4 on the power play. They credited the first goal, of course, to Nikita Anastradov, which I found pretty interesting, and it was assisted by Banashevitz. But this will be Laith's first technical goal of the night. So we're going to go with that. But in our hearts, of course, Laith has 2 goals, which is really important for him. He can sell houses, and boy, oh boy, he sure can score goals. On the power play as well, State now leads 6-2 with 1:30 left to go here in the second period. Zach Sawai here for PackTV as the undefeated NC State Ice Pack are playing their brains out right now. Unbelievable job by the Ice Pack, and there's Ryan Kinney. Ryan Kinney with the A on his chest for assistant captain. And now the puck is sent back out. Seppi now with a great hit there on Wild Groove. And Rusher will now hang on to it. And there's Kinney. Kinney looking for a man. Back out in front. A great block there by Calandra. Kinney back out in front. Still can't quite get it. Puck is sent flipping all the way back out. 55 seconds left to go here in the second period. Coming up in this intermission, we have assistant coach Tim Healy coming up to talk to me. I guess he enjoys it. I'm not sure, but oh well. Ryan Kinney will now send that puck back in. And now handling it once again, there's Andrew Jones. There they go. Great defense there by Brendan Seppi. Seppi, of course, has to sort of remake his name after a little bit of a blunder for that first goal there by Pakani. Alfie with great forechecking pressure. Tyler Alfanzetti, number 17 for the NC State Ice Pack. And that puck is sent back in. There's Ellis Rushford wearing number 10. Calandra now with a nice chip pass off the boards back in the State end. Lurking behind the net of Joey Hall. He's in his butterfly. Joey Hall still waiting for something to happen, and he can't quite get it. And there's Tyler Alfanzetti. Alfanzetti with 5 seconds left to go here. This period's about to end. That puck was about to be high stick down if that puck was going to be tipped at all. And that's the horn. 6-2 here at the end of the second period. Coach Tim Healy will be joining us shortly here on PackTV. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Again, we have a lot to go over in that period. I have a lot to take some notes on here for my personal self. But to really make the rundown here, Sam Banashevitz gets the hat trick. Nikita Anastradov gets a technical goal, and Laith Jadala gets the real goal here. 2 for 4 on the power play now for NC State. State has also killed off some penalties as well, which has been crucial. Special teams have been the story for most of this year, and we have a lot to look forward to here on PackTV. It is now intermission 6-2. We'll be right back with assistant coach Tim Healy right here on PackTV. excited to be back here at the Lancer-Lott Sportsplex here in Roanoke, Virginia. Zach Sawai here for PackTV alongside assistant coach Tim Healy. Coach, how are you doing today?
Well, I mean, how can I not be doing well? We haven't played a game in 51 days. We're between the second and third period, and we're up 6-2. Familiar place for us, too.
Trying to adjust audio levels here just to make sure that things are going on. I think that should solve it for Coach, if I'm not mistaken.
What?
I think so. That solved it there.
Yeah, all right. So there we go.
There we go. Fix the audio issue. Not the best technically savvy person myself, but technically savvy, of course. It looks like State tonight is doing all the little things right. What have you noticed from them so far?
Well, especially when you go back to the first period, we were winning all the races to the puck, and we're really keeping it simple with our passes. When you have that long of a layoff, you worry about how crisp the passing would be. We were really impressed with how the passing came out. I got to give Virginia Tech credit, though. You know, they're only skating 3 lines against our 4, and you know they made it interesting in the second period, especially when we had a chance to maybe really put them away on the 5-on-3, and we didn't execute as well as we would have. But you know, we bounced back after they got that second goal. I think that was key, showing some resiliency there. And we've shown resiliency all year. When they got it to 4-2 and us able to stretch it out to 6. And we've had guys step up in that moment. And you think about the Jadala goal where he drove the lane. People weren't sure that it went in, but Sam Benishevitz, when he finally gets his state diploma, I guess he's going to become a referee because he was back there with the goal call.
And that's the big thing as well. Sam Benishevitz, of course, is coming in clutch, as he always does in these situations. Of course, tonight he has a hat trick, and it came apart very, very strongly, of course. It's been mainly the first couple lines that have been the offensively dominant lines, but what have you liked from the depth tonight?
Well, I think that's just it. If you're not here, this is the coldest rink we've been in all year. It's also probably the best sheet of ice we played on all year. So it's a really fast sheet of ice, and what that means, and we're a fast team, so that's great for us. We're rolling 4 lines. They're rolling 3. It's a really fast surface, so that really plays right to our strength because we can keep going 4 and 4 and 4, and that gives a chance for guys to rest up. You know, you look at Seppi out there, who's actually dresses as our 7D. He was out there and killed the penalty that Tech had late in the period, right before we came back to stretch the lead. So it goes a long way, and I think that's why you see some of the games like Wake Forest when it was 2-0 going into the third period and we're able to break it wide open because of our depth and rolling our lines. And, you know, the other thing, too, is we've really worked hard on, you know, you hear about the star players, Jadalo and Sam with the twin hat tricks tonight, but we've really worked hard on making sure all of our players have roles on it. You look at a guy like Eric Todd, who was on the first line this year. When you got a guy like Jadala coming in, it's tough to keep him there, but selfless player, great character, and said, you know what? I'm going to become the man on the penalty kill, and he really has been this year. So finding roles for guys buying into their roles, and that's as important as using your depth. That is using your depth.
Exactly, and before I let you go back to your team here, I wanted to ask you about the goaltending duo here tonight between Christian Sirocco and Joey Hall. What's been going on with the goaltenders tonight? What have you seen from both of them?
You know, I think Joey's handling shots well, handling rebounds well. I think he'd like to probably have that last breakaway back with the choice of coming out in a diving poke check. But, you know, he's manning the crease well, and again, his rebound control is really good tonight. Our D has done a nice job of making sure Virginia Tech has been mostly one and done when they come with their shots. But goalies have a big role in that, too, and how they put their rebounds out to the corner to enable us to break it out. And Joey's done a really good job with that tonight. All right. And as for you asked about the Virginia Tech goalie, he's played well, but you know, there's just so much speed up for us up front, and he held them in there for a while.
What's got to be going on here for the third period for your guys?
You know, Tech's a physical team, and I think we got to make sure our heads are up. I think if it gets a little bit mucky out there, we got to make sure we stay out of it. And I think we have to use this as, look, we're building to the ACCHL tournament, which isn't really that far away. So every period is, yes, you want to win the hockey game, but every period is about laying the groundwork with the good habits you need to execute to win that tournament.
And more importantly, of course, you saw it out there, Eric Mura is really stepping into that physical role, and he's doing a great job at that, Coach. But of course, we're seeing the physical. We hope they can step out the physical and keep the pace in the third period. Thank you for joining us here on PackTV. We're going to take a quick break right here. I'll be back shortly with a little bit more analysis right here on
Thanks,
PackTV.
Zach. Go Pack.
All right. got to hand it to Coach Tim Healy. He was absolutely right. I am freezing to the bone right now. If anyone wants to give me a blanket, if you want to drive up to Virginia, I'd be grateful. But, you know, it is what it is. Want to welcome you back here to the Lancer-Lott Sports Complex. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. Thank you for listening in on this radio call. The guys in red and white appreciate it so much. Of course, as always, there's been confusion on the score sheets. You saw Tim Healy talking recently about the fact that they believe Jadala has the hat trick, but of course, technically he only has 2 goals tonight. Sam Benishevitz, of course, well, rather, Sam Benishevitz has 3 goals. Jadala has 1. Parker Zarek and Riley Johnson, that little whole mumbo-jumbo thing, that pairing does have 1 goal, and of course, Nikita Anastratov does have credit for 1 as well. So in total, that's 6 goals. I can do math finally. 3:40 left to go here until the beginning of the period. Some quick thoughts from that period as well. State definitely looked a little bit sloppy in the beginning. Coming off of the power play, they did not make their passes crisp enough. This second period was by far weaker than their first period, I want to say, but for the most part in that, it's been a matter of can State really push the pace and keep things going. And they did for the most part, but it was a weak start and a strong finish, which has been the polar opposite of what usually happens. State usually has a good start, but a bad finish. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they can really push that pace and keep it going into this period. The boys are about to come back out, bound to be joined once again by my assistant crew over here in Josh Cannon, Ian Hutchison, who are providing quality analysis. And by far, this has been one of the best games that State has played this year, I would say. Maybe not necessarily a thriller like we saw in the Delaware game, but this is still a very strong game that both teams are playing right now, and it has been exciting to watch, excited to commentate on. It has been an exciting night so far, and I want to thank all of you, each and every one of you, for watching tonight. We're going to take another quick break right here on PackTV. We'll be back shortly. Getting things going here once again here. NC State versus Virginia Tech here. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. And now it's going to be your choice. Who's going to be the Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game? And to be quite honest with you, it's going to be down to 2 selections. I'm just about to post the poll on the PackTV Twitter, so be sure to vote on that, who you would like to be the Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game. At this point, we're going to say it's between Sam Benishevitz and Laith Jadala. I think that's the easiest choice for tonight. You're going to hear one of their beautiful voices post-game here. We're going to find out what's going to happen for sure. So once again, be sure to tweet out on the PackTV account who you want for the Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, as Laith Jadala, one of the candidates, just took a shot through the slot. And of course, Sam Benishevitz, the team captain.
I got the breakdown. 3 Sam, 2 Laith, 1 Parker.
Big thanks to Josh Cannon here. So it looks like Sam Benishevitz will get the hat trick, 2 for Lath, and then 1 for Parker. You heard it here first. Big thanks to, according to the on-ice crew members, it looks like the fact that we have the goals now for certain. So mark that down for your fantasy leagues, guys. Sam Benishevitz has the hat trick, Lath Sardala has 2 goals, and Parker Zarek has 1. And now sent back through, and the Hokies go flying back in. There's Wild Group now. Wild Group back into the offensive end for the Hokies, and now it's carried back around. And there's Murphy. Murphy now hanging on to it. And now it's sent back in the neutral zone. Sam Benishevitz pressuring a man. He can't quite get to it. There's Ian O'Rourke. Pack trying to go 15-0, trying to stay undefeated. They're going to be moving up in the power rankings soon for sure. The ACHA has been getting much better about their social media presence, and North Carolina has noticed the fact that NC State has done terrific so far. There's Ian O'Rourke. O'Rourke sends it ahead. And there's Eric Mira now, who's gotten physical. Jadala back out to the front, and it's held on there by Sirocco. $18:58 left to go here. And that draw is won by NC State. Riley Johnson working his way through, can't quite find it. And the puck is sent all the way back in. Joey Hall will handle that puck back in his own end. Sent all the way back up. Misread pass back in the neutral zone. Virginia Tech will hang on to that one now. It's back in the neutral zone. Davis Hudson loses the battle. Odd man rush. 3-on-1. There they go with a shot just over the net of Joey Hall. And an amazing job there once again. Back through the slot. No one there. Back onto the front. Riley Johnson lost that one. The puck is sent flying ahead. Still looking for options, but Virginia Tech will take that one back as they head back through their own end, and it is carried through. Not a lot of action here, just about 2 minutes into the third. Zach Sawai here for PackTV. And the poll has just been tweeted out, so be sure to vote for the Wolfpack Outfitters Player of the Game, and Joey Hall with an amazing save. And now sent back out. Riley Johnson has a chance to make some wheels here through the neutral zone. Riley Johnson, and it goes just wide of Christian Sirocco. The ref needs to get out of the way there. Now it's handled back in the Virginia Tech end. There's Mazikowski, now springs a man in Ellis Rushford. Rushford moves it through. Back then, tried to bank it off Sirocco. Couldn't quite get there, and there's Robinson. Robinson still hanging on to it back in the Virginia Tech end now. NC State's offensive end. And now hanging back onto it, Drew Whistler regained control of that one. And the Hokies now continue to provide pressure to come back out. This has been State's arguably best forechecking game of the season, I want to say. They are applying immense pressure to turn that puck over whenever the Hokies gain control of that puck. If only this game were on film, you'd be able to see it. But State has done an outstanding job tonight of really applying pressure where it needs to be applied. And there's Ryan Kinney. Stays onside. And a bit of a nasty hit there by Hartley. No call on that. Kinney looks around for some answers. The Silk Man himself can't quite find any. Riley Johnson now squirts it through. My bad, that was Ellis Rushford. Got mixed up. My apologies again. Joey Hall comes diving back out to settle things down here. They needed that. Everybody looked flustered on that play. Coach Gazzillo and crew are right underneath me, of course. What a pleasant smell. Oh boy. 16:32 left to go here in the third. State leads 6-2 on goals by Sam Benishevitz. Hat trick by Sam Benishevitz. Puck is sent back in. Some extra chipping there. Sam Benishevitz has the hat trick. Lath Sardala has 2. And Parker Zarek has 1. This is an outstanding game being played here by NC State. There's no doubt about it. This is going to be a very pleasant bus ride back all the way to Raleigh tonight. Tyler Alfanzetti can't quite get there. And there's Andrew Calandra. Andrew Calandra now takes it. Again, off the blocker, and it goes just wide. Brendan Hoey still looking for some answers there, and there's Seppi. Seppi all the way over to Kinney, and Kinney now has some speed, and there he goes. Ryan Kinney can't quite get to the middle of the slot to find it, but he still gets in, forechecked well, and there's Eric Mira. Eric Mira once again in a good blocker save there by Christian Sirocco. Sirocco has been using that blocker vicariously tonight, and boy, oh boy, he needs to use it more. His team is now down by 4. But at this point for the Hokies, there just needs to be more offense. There's no doubt about it. You're looking at the top unit there. Brendan Hoey, Clay Pockney, and of course Mason Wildgrube. And Pockney has the only goal tonight for that top unit. The other goal, of course, was scored by Mason Garrison. Gavin Morrison, rather. And you can't expect to win this game if you only have 2 guys scoring, and that's just common sense. State needs to, of course, hold the pressure, though, and not let their tired legs get to them. Of course, this game doesn't count towards points in the ACC standings, but this is a big one, of course. State is really now getting ready to play for the regional tournament, which everybody needs to be prepared for because it's very likely that it'll happen this year. Costigan now sends that one back ahead. There's Eric Todd. Eric Todd, a graphic design major, now heads it through. With a chip out in front, no one can get there. Back out, Vedetta with a strong forecheck. Vedetta now throttles a man. There's Davis Hudson. Hudson over to Halco. Halco now sends it all the way back in behind Christian Sirocco, and Vedetta will win the foot race. Icing is now nullified. Now back in the Virginia Tech end, rather, and the puck is sent back in. Now handled there. There's Gerke. Gerke pawed down there by Dachil. And everybody needs to chill as Joey Hall settles the play down. Once again, if you're listening tonight and you believe that it's either going to be Sam Benishevitz or Laith Jadala for the Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, both have done outstanding things in their own respective ways. Laith Jadala, of course, has been driving the net well, and Sam Benishevitz has been coming in clutch. But it's up to you. Which voice do you want to hear after the game, ladies and gentlemen? That's going to be all up to you. And now Devin Halco will hang on to that. Intercepted! There's Gerke. Gerke with a shot. Bar down, and the rebound goes in. Gavin Morrison with his second of the night. 6-3 NC State. Bad pass there by Devin Halco. Leads to an interception by Gerke. Gerke brings it in, backhands it, goes bar down on Joey Hall's side, but not in the net, of course. It's the crossbar, rather. And boy, oh boy, was Gavin Morrison there to pick up the juicy rebound. And Sam Benishevitz now will collect that one. Sam Benishevitz. And now the puck is sent back out. There's Strauss back in the neutral zone. Sent that one back in. And there's Mazakowski now with some speed. Mazakowski needs some more points on the year. Mazakowski floats that one over the glove of Sirocco. And now they're looking for some answers. Mazakowski back at the blue line. They couldn't get there. And a DDD pass back in the Virginia Tech end starts another breakout. It's a late one here. It's only 9:16, of course. Joey Hall will hang on to that one, coming all the way out of his net. The Hokies are not out of this one yet, as much as I hate to say it. They are making a push. They are doing all the right things, winning the corner battles. State just looks lost. They're playing a lot of dump and chase right now, which is not good to do at this point in the game. They have no one driving into the net. They have no one able to get there and really make slot position in this period. So one of the keys, what they have to start doing, is if they are going to play dump and chase, they need to get in there and they need to make sure that there's someone there to recollect the puck to try to get in for some juicy rebounds out in front. Of course, the only way to score goals nowadays is to make sure there's traffic out in front. As the puck is sent back into the NC State end, back in the corner there, and is sent back out. There's Laith Jadala. Laith Jadala through the middle. A nice move. Jadala, he shoots, and it goes just over the net. An amazing job right there, and now Sam Benishevitz will lose control of that, and Slater now loses control. There's Mazakowski back in the neutral zone, and Sam Benishevitz will send that one flying back in. Dumps that for the quick line change, and Estradov comes off. Zarek couldn't find that one after a great pass from Rushford at the top of the blue line. Now it's being settled back in the NC State end. Goes off with Riley Johnson's stick, Puck is cleared all the way back out into the neutral zone. And sent back in once again to the NC State end for Eric Mura. For Eric Mura to handle. And there's Zarek. Zarek now looking for something to happen with some wheels. Tries to get through. Defended well there by Strauss. And a breakaway there for Pakani. Pakani with a shot. Goes just wide. What a chance there for Clay Pakani. Looking for his second of the night. And there's Robinson now. Robinson once again. Amazing job by Robinson tonight so far. Almost had a goal tonight that was waved off, sadly. But he was in the right place at the right time. An amazing pass there by Zarek in the offensive zone. And there's Wild Group. Wild Group shot blocked there. Mura got a piece of it. Joey Hall looked rattled there after a strong hit there by some of the players, but an easy save for him once again. There's Parker Zarek. Zarek now sends that shot, goes just high. Robinson once again, couldn't quite find it. There's Pakani. Pakani now through the neutral zone will just loft that puck ahead. Wild Group will send it back up. And there's Ian O'Rourke. Boy, oh boy, has tonight been something else for the NC State Ice Pack. An offensive showout, and it has just been all pack all night. And there's Johnson once again. Johnson with a shot off the cage, the mask rather, of Christian Sirocco. And Halka will keep that one in. Back out in front, Alfonzetti almost lost that one. 2 of the 3 goals scored tonight by the Hokies have come from bad defensive plays. One by Brendan Seppi and one by Devin Halko. These, of course, will be learning moments for sure next week in practice. Merchant with a quick interception at the blue line. Trevor Merchant with a shot, and it goes just over the glove of Sirocco. Merchant looking for his first goal in quite some time. He did have one in the backyard brawl last semester, but of course it's been quite a long time since we've heard his name being called on the PA announcer. With a shot out in front, Sirocco tried to bat it down. It's not baseball season. Sign him to the Yankees. And now Ryan Kinney couldn't quite get to it. Shoots out in front. It's tumbling. It's in the doorstep. It's in the crease, and it goes just wide. And it's still in the corner. And the puck is sent back out. There's Robinson. That was Merchant with the shot. My bad. And it goes just into the corner once again. That was State's best shift of that period by far with 10:35 left to go here in the period. Zach Hawaii here for PackTV. Trevor Merchant now will try to send that one back ahead into the corner. Still no luck there. And here they go. Eric Todd now back in the defensive end of State. The 4th line now for Coach Gazzillo and crew. Taking a look now at the Wolfpack Outfitters Player of the Game fan poll. Sam Benishevitz with the lead. There they go. DeChill now. DeChill on 2-on-1, but it's called offside. Several Ice Pack fans in attendance I can see so far. Mainly Hokie Orange. But it's good to know that the team has fan support coming into this one. You won't remember. Anyway, Virginia Tech, this will be approximately their 5th loss in a row. This is not a good sign for them. This program has been something else in the past. Virginia Tech has been one of the better teams. Of course, State throttled them last year in the ACCHL tournament, 7-1 in that game. That was not a good showing by them. Matt Costigan, Costi as the team calls him, and it goes just wide on that one. There's Strauss. Strauss still looking for some chances to make something happen. Can't get it. There's Eric Todd. Eric Todd back onto the slot. Matt Costigan with a shot and an amazing save once again by Sirocco. State finally is now getting some solid slot presence, and boy, oh boy, do we have some fisticuffs. Once again, I am not credentialed to call boxing matches, but if I were, it'd be fun to do it. Matt Costigan trying to exude the rest of his energy here with 9:38 left to go. He's one of the better team players, of course, and you can't forget about his outstanding backyard brawl goal in the last one. A breakaway empty netter short-handed sniped. His teams have not stopped talking about it. If I'm not mistaken, that means Matt Costigan is technically on a 1-game goal streak. It's about to be snapped. unless he can make something happen in the next 9 minutes, 38 seconds. But at this point, he has been playing absolutely incredible. Once again, if you are still listening, be sure to tune in and make your voice heard on the PackTV Twitter to send in your votes for the Wolfpack Outfitters Player of the Game. Right now, the decision is down between Sam Benishevitz and Laith Jadala. A quick rundown on them. Jadala has 2 goals and an assist. Sam Benishevitz with a hat trick. There was no hats on the ice so far tonight. And the puck is sent back. And there's Wild Group. Wild Group on the break. Ellis Rushford now with a great job in shuffling over. Mazikowski now the trailing man on the other side, on the far side of Joey Hall to block open the open net. Rushford just wants to take it in himself, and he does. Makes a beautiful move, but can't get past the amazing stick there of Andrew Jones. And now the puck is sent all the way back into the corner. Nikita Anashadov will handle that one once again. Loses it, can't quite get it. And now it's back in the neutral zone with 8:41 left to go here. It's been a big game for a lot of important reasons. And once again, the rankings seem to be coming out every month or so for the ACC standings. And now the puck is sent back in. Jadala bodies down a guy, and he is down. This is not good. They're about to stop play. Jadala absolutely throttled the man. I can't see the number. Trying to get a visual. It looks like it's 21. So that's the chill. He looks like he's okay, but that just took the wind out of him, and they got a trainer coming out now. That is still great offensive pressure job there by Laith Jadala to hold on to that one. He is okay. And fans are clapping, of course, in the stands. What a scary situation there. But this is what hockey is. It's a tough sport. Tough things happen. And you really have to make it happen in this sport. You got to be physical and you got to be strong. I got the Jeopardy music playing. There's not much to decide on here, I don't think. And I'm not a music aficionado by any means, but well, we do what we can. Parker Zizarek now will line up for the draw against Gerke. Stephen Gerke, that is. He has an assist tonight so far, off an amazing shot that bounced off the crossbar. Of course, for Virginia Tech, they don't need to worry too much about wasting their energy for tomorrow's game against UNC Chapel Hill, as that was canceled due to an impending snowstorm that'll be hitting the Roanoke area. But don't worry, North Carolina, we're just going to get rain, because it's like that. We don't get snow. We just get rain. We get hurricanes in the middle of November. There's Robinson once again now bringing it through. Robinson off the crossbar, and it almost hits a fan. Holy moly, sweet Moses. What a shot there by Robinson. Wow. Not enough can be said about that shot. Robinson deserves a goal tonight by far, but he has not gotten one. O'Rourke now. O'Rourke just sends it in, and a great block once again by Gerke. And it's really hard to know these things, but several of these players are just doing the right things at the right time, and you just don't see it. You just don't hear enough about it. That shot block right there by Gerke was so crucial, but it gets lost in the moment because they need to jump to the next play. So whenever you watch a game, it's fascinating to be watching how these players are really able to make these small plays and really just don't think about it as much and don't dwell on it. They just jump to the next play. And that's something that needs to be consistently happening as NC State ices that puck. It'll go back now to the face-off dot near Joey Hall. It has been a long night here for the Pack, but they are going to be possibly taking home a W here. 15-0. Just looking at the bench, the guys still seem to be in good shapes. The Chill and Jess Tart are talking, probably exchanging recipes. For college students, that's probably just different ways to cook ramen. Some make it with eggs. Some just put it in the seasoning pack and be done with it. Nonetheless, it's less than 50 cents, so we all need ramen. I am broke. Riley Johnson now will handle that puck ahead, and now swings it back through in the backhand, makes a drop pass to Parker Zarek. Zarek can't hang on to that one. Zarek still behind the net. Now is pushed up well by Drew Whistler. And now it's sent back up ahead again once again. Off a skate, I believe that was off Alfonsetti, goes all the way back into the Virginia Tech end. And now to send ahead, there's Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti with the steal, and he shoots, and it goes just high. An amazing shot once again by Alfonsetti on the interception, and he moves just in to make something happen. An amazing job there by Tyler Alfonsetti to make something happen. Not enough credit is given to him. Alfonsetti now. Brendan Hoey will lose that draw. There's Tyler Alfonsetti. Now sends that puck in. Hoey intercepts it. Hoey has been kind of quiet offensively. There's Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti, Kinney. Kinney with the shot and an amazing save by Sirocco. Merchant is thrown to the ice. And I think Trevor said good hit. I'm not entirely sure what he said there. Fun facts about this arena, actually. This arena, like we were talking about earlier, is only about 4 months old, and they're planning to expand the arena and add more seats as much as possible. I'm up on a mini track, actually, right now, right on top of the bench. It's not a gigantic arena, but it's still bigger than a lot of ACC arenas as the puck is sent behind the net to Joey Hall. I'll explain more in a little bit. Pockney now can't get that puck and is sent back out. Kinney will take that out. Kinney, Silk Man himself. Ryan Kinney with the Chef Boyardee sauce. Sponsored himself. There's Tyler Alfonsetti, now sends it across. There's Davis Hudson. Hudson with a shot, and it's hung on by Sirocco. Going on with what I said, I'm on a mini track right now, and behind me, there's actually a mini weight room over here. They got tons of dumbbells and a little bit of turf over here, some ladders, whatever a gym usually has, I don't know. But it's a nice looking gym. So this is obviously a multi-use arena, and they're going to be expanding on it for sure. So in the future, when State comes back to play Virginia Tech, it's going to be an exciting venue to come to. And not a lot of fans are here tonight because of the Rail Dogs game. But on nights where there won't be a game, it's a 2-on-1. There's Gerke. Gerke with the shot, and he scores! Stephen Gerke does all the little things right and gets rewarded for it. That goes 5-hole on Joey Hall. That's a tough one. 6-4 now, 5:44 left to go. Again, as we have talked about, State has just not done a good job with hanging on to a lead. So they're really looking to make sure that things step up here. Stephen Gerke will get that goal there for Virginia Tech. And it's sent back to Chill. The Chill loses it. Sam Banashevitz now hangs on to it. They really need to get one here, just put some salt in the wound. Banashevitz can't find it. Jadala, it's still there. Sirocco gets it under his pad. Looks like that was Gerke. That's Gerke from DeShiel and Jones. That's good to hear that DeShiel is okay. He took that scary hit from late Jadala a little bit earlier in the third period so far. Nikita Anashadov, who has been, again, offensively quiet tonight, but he has been good on the forecheck. He has been good at getting pucks in deep, as many hockey players say in their interviews to me. Oh, boy. There's Nikita Anashadov, and he'll hang on to it. Nikita Anashadov with a good job back in the corner there, and now hangs on to it. Anashadov to the front of the net, and it's not there. Taken well. And is there a penalty? I think so. They called something. And Virginia Tech touched the puck. It looks like it's going to be Gavin Morrison heading off, if I'm not mistaken. So this will be State's 5th power play of the night, if I'm not mistaken here. It'll be Gavin Morrison for 2, and I believe their 5th power play of the night. So, good answer. Appreciate it. Quality analysis, of course, from Josh Cannon and Ian Hutchison over here. Both these goaltenders will be getting in the rotations for soon, I'm sure. Right now, Jess Tart is the backup tonight. Expect to see Josh in net, of course, in UNC Wilmington, unless, of course, he exchanged a bad conversation with head goalie coach Alex Rossetto. Ian Hutchison still looking for another start as well this year. Ellis Rushford couldn't quite handle onto that one as Cam Mazikowski will send that one back up in the neutral zone. Sam Benishevitz, Nikita Anashadov back in the slot. Late Jadala falls. There was a banana peel on the ice. And there's the Shield. The Shield loses that puck as Ellis Rushford loses it once again. Sam Benishevitz almost got that one ahead in the neutral zone. And Rushford takes it ahead. And it is off. And they wait patiently at the blue line. Jadala hands it back in on the 5th power player of the night for NC State. They're 2 for 4 so far, trying to go for 3 for 5. Gavin Morrison, about 1:07 left to go. Jadala to the front of the net, still hangs on to it, and it's back out in front. Sirocco with the save, and Jadala can't quite hang on to it. And the puck is sent flying all the way back to Joey Hall. And Cam Mazikowski will hang on to it. And the sent back, Vanashevitz was lurking back at the blue line. An amazing job there. Ellis Rushford falls now back in the neutral zone. He was going to pick up that puck and start another rush. Again, there just hasn't been a lot of offensive pressure. There's Wild Group with a shot and an amazing save once again by Joey Hall. He's really standing on his head, doing the best he can. The defense has not been supporting him tonight, but that's expected. There's a little bit of rust in everyone's legs, just coming back from a long Christmas break, a lot of Christmas goodies, and everything like that. Checking in quickly here on the Wolfpack Outfitters Player of the Game vote. Back into the slot. Sam Benishevitz still leads that particular vote. And the net goes off the moorings. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. The stick got stuck in the net. Tyler Alfonsetti will win that draw. Trevor Merchant now. Not a completely different looking power play unit. I don't think I've seen Ian O'Rourke. All right, and the penalty is now over for NC State. That'll be another penalty killed there by Virginia Tech. Their special teams have been solid tonight. Not great, not bad. But then again, remember, the ACC is a very high-scoring league. A lot of offensively proficient players. It's expected to see a strong offensive showing by both teams. Tyler Alfonsetti now will wait to take that draw. Trevor Merchant is behind him with Ryan Kinney. And there they go. Off the draw, Tyler Alfonsetti can't quite find it. A little bit of mustard and custard down low in the corner, trying to make his way through Sunset Boulevard down the middle. And that is offside. 2:48 left to go here. Gavin Morrison back out on the ice. He has 2 goals tonight. He has definitely been an outstanding player so far. Tyler Alfonsetti, Ryan Kinney, and Trevor Merchant. Now hang on to that one. And there they go. There's Ian O'Rourke. Almost loses that one to Slater. Slater almost picks it up once again. And there's O'Rourke. O'Rourke tries to body down a man, but there's Alfonsetti. Can't get it quite ahead. And there's Ryan Kinney. Kinney loses that. Now it's Slater back in the offense's end. There they go. Slater. Slater can't find an open man in the slot. And there's Whistler. Whistler, Slater, and Hartley now. Merchant loses that one. Mura now sends it back out for NC State. And there's Calandra. Andrew Calandra gets to the front of the net, and Joey Hall absolutely robs him. Once again, an amazing job by Joey Hall. I just can't say enough about him. He stands on his head, and that's exactly what you need from a goaltender. I tell you what, Coach Gazzillo soon should implant a post-game celebration for these guys. Coach Keats for the NC State basketball team, of course, awards his players with ice cream. I wonder what you give hockey players after games like this. At this point right now, it's just pats on the back. Way to go, Coach Gazzillo. And now this puck is sent flying all the way back in through the neutral zone. Sam Benishevitz is the man out in front. The Ice Pack are aggressive with their forecheck right now as Slater will not carry that back in. Hudson goes right through his legs, and Joey Hall will hang on to that one right into his chest, and he'll hang on. Backyard Brawl, January 23rd, and also another note, Over the Boards with the man himself, head coach Mike Gazzillo, will be filmed this Monday to be released on early Tuesday. And that's the most important thing to note. Coach always has some interesting things to say, and it'll be an exciting show for sure. If you want to come see it filmed live, it'll be at 6 p.m. in Moe's Cameron Village in Raleigh. So be sure to come out to that, and it'll be an outstanding showing. Excited to talk to Coach more. You'll hear from him after the game alongside Sam Banashevitz. The puck is sent flying all the way back in. You'll hear him quickly. Of course, the guys really want to get out of here super fast. It is quite a long drive back, but once again, thank you everybody who has tuned in at some point tonight to listen in to this broadcast. The guys in red and white appreciate your support as we grow the game in Raleigh and in the rest of North Carolina. Joey Hall hangs on to that one. This has been a game of twists and turns, back and forth action, bad defensive breakdowns. But in the end, with just about a minute 13 left to go here in the third, it seems as if State will pull away with the victory. They are really grinding it out here to try to get their 15th win of the season, to head back into practice on Tuesday night to make sure that they continue to do their team justice. And now that second line is coming back out. There's Riley Johnson with some wheels, and they'll pull it ahead. Empty net there. Riley Johnson, and no problem there. Riley Superman Johnson. 7-4 now NC State. Riley Johnson, an amazing shot. Really had some wheels there. Far side on the penalty box side, just past the blue line, just shot that puck home into the empty net. Believe that'll be his 19th of the year, if I am not mistaken. Amazing job there for him. The first and second units for NC State have been powerful once again. There's no doubt in my mind that this is a very offensively prolific team. And there's Johnson once again. There's Riley Johnson. Riley Johnson, and he can't get the shot off, but there's Robinson again. Robinson loses that. Settling it down. Johnson's now lurking in the slot. 43 seconds left. Zarek now. Zarek handing on. Zarek still handing on. Now in the corner. Mustard and Custer down low. And Gavin Morrison will just send that puck flying around the boards. NC State will go 15-0. The rankings will be updated soon. Expect to see them go higher than number 7. They dropped because they didn't play, but now they're back in action. Just wait on it. This team is relentless. They fight for one another, and they play for the crest on their jersey. NC State, once again, with an amazing victory for this year. Just about 5 seconds left to go here. Tipped in through the neutral zone, and they will surround Joey Hall with an outstanding 7-4 victory, and that does it. 15-0, the NC State Ice Pack. You heard it here first. This has been a game. A wild one, and they will line up for handshakes. What a game there for the Ice Pack. From the beginning, it showed that they were the better team, and they really needed to be. An amazing job on that play once again. And it looks like for here, the Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game is going to be Sam Banashevitz. Sam Banashevitz, of course, with the hat trick tonight. He played an outstanding game. Captain Clutch will join us for a brief interview here. And, of course, you'll hear from the man behind the mustache, head coach Mike Gazzillo. We'll be coming back here shortly. We're going to try and get them both up here, and we're going to talk to them and get their thoughts on tonight's match. 7-4 is the final here from the Lancelot Sports Ice Complex, rather. We will be right back. back here awaiting some analysis from head coach Mike Gazzillo and your Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, Sam Banashevitz. Zach Sawai here for PackTV to wrap up tonight's 7-4 rout of the Virginia Tech Hokies. And there's really not much to say after this game except State really showed why they are undefeated. They came out to a strong, quick start, and they just held on. Had some lapses there. Joey Hall had a little bit of a mishap there on the second goal, but nonetheless, I thought he played really strongly as well tonight. Here comes head coach Mike Gazzillo as well to bring in his comments. We're going to get him in right away here so he can get back to doing his thing. But, of course, the team played absolutely outstanding tonight, and there's no doubt about it. We're going to take a quick break here just for a second to get head coach Mike Gazzillo situated right here on PackTV. Pretty much frozen off my hands here, Coach. It's extremely cold. This is the coldest rink you guys have played in all year.
Yeah, absolutely. It is cold in here.
It is absolutely cold. I want to welcome you back here to the Lancerlot Sports Complex here in Roanoke, Virginia. Zach Sawai here for PackTV alongside the man himself, head coach Mike Gazzillo. Coach, let's just get straight to it. Your team tonight, I thought particularly, had a pretty good forecheck. Coming off of a strong Christmas break, though, it's been a while. What was really the message of this game? It didn't count towards points. Was this a momentum game to try to get some gas under your legs, or was this more of you really want to see them go out there and play strongly?
Well, I mean, we had two really good practices during the week, and the pace was good, and that was something that we were looking for. The message here was let's start working on the little things. You know, we've been off, like Tim said, for 51 days. So we got to go out, we got to start somewhere, and we're going to need big things in the end of the season. So let's work on the little things, and we'll build from there.
And it was an outstanding game, and you saw it there. And there was a little bit of defensive breakdowns, but those are kinks that obviously will be solved throughout the year. I mean, those are things that it's kind of hard to teach those.
Look, you know, there's a couple of bad decisions, you know, or maybe just not looking. And, I mean, sometimes the puck just gets away from you, and those things happen too. And, but we talk to the guys, and mistakes are going to happen. And as long as they learn from them, then we'll be okay.
You guys are now 15-0 on the year, and it has been nothing short of spectacular, just the way you've been able to show yourselves offensively. Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game, Sam Banashevitz, of course, coming in clutch. 21 goals now in the season. There's not enough to say about him.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do, it's like one word, Sam. That pretty much says it all.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's a big part of the bench. He's a big part of the locker room. He's a big part on the ice, and you're always happy when he has success.
And in particular tonight, we'll talk a little bit about Leith Dardala, of course, but I kind of liked Tyler Alfonsetti's play tonight. He did a lot of the right things, like the little things right. Talk about their play tonight.
Well, I mean, Tyler, yeah, he was a little down on himself a couple of times. He could have pulled the trigger, and he didn't. We kind of kept telling him, get the shots off. He's got a great shot. But, he had great legs tonight. And, guys were trying to run him and hit him, and he was getting away from it. So he's smart, he's crafty, and, we're going to be looking for big things from him.
And it was an exciting game, Coach, and we want to thank you for joining us here on PackTV. We are awaiting Sam Benishevitz, if I'm not mistaken, just getting off his skates here, and we're going to be right back here on PackTV. This has been head coach Mike Gazzillo and Zach Sawaye. We'll be right back. How you're not freezing right now. You're wearing shorts, and I'm all the way wrapped up in warm clothes here.
You know, it is. It's cold outside. It's cold in here, but I like to play in cold drinks a little bit better because you get done with a game and you're basically like in a sauna. You're just dying. I know it's cold to everybody else out here, but right now, I don't know. The 17-degree rink feels pretty good.
And it is. It's the coldest rink you guys have played in all year, and of course, you're hearing the voice of the NC State Ice Pack captain, Sam Benishevitz, and the Wolfpack Outfitters player of the game. Sam, tonight was, I wouldn't say a rout of the Virginia Tech Hokies, but you guys definitely held your own and kept it up through the game. What was your message heading into tonight?
Yeah, it's always tough being the first game back. You only get 2 practices in. And you always just want to keep that momentum going from the first semester. Obviously, this is a record-setting season for us so far, 14-0 in the first semester. So we really just kind of had the mindset of, hey, you know what, don't come out here and blow it. Mm-hmm. You know, we've had such a good first semester, and we just really want to keep this momentum going through all the way to end of February in the playoffs. And you know, that's really it. You know, Virginia Tech's a good team. They beat Delaware earlier in the season. They've kind of struggled as of recently, but we kind of looked at the fact that, hey, you know, they beat Delaware. Delaware was the number 4 team when we played them at the time. So, you know, you just got to look at it that, hey, they can come out and surprise people, and they sure did, they did in the beginning. You know, we 2-0, 6-2 at the end of the second. And then they certainly came out and surprised us here a little bit towards the end of the third, making it a 2-goal game. So, but yeah.
So Leith Jala as well. We saw that in the beginning of the game. His amazing pass to you for that one-timer on the power play. The special teams tonight look almost perfect tonight. You guys were, I believe, scored 3 power play goals tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Might have been 2, but I lost count after a little bit. But you guys killed all your penalties. You guys only had 2 practices before tonight. So what was sort of the mantra about special teams?
Special teams, I think it's been the same all year. It's just you just try to generate as many opportunities as you can. I think the reason why we had so much success tonight on the power play was just because we threw everything we could to the net. I mean, I threw one from the boards over there, and it just happened to find the far side. It wasn't really anything special. It's just throw the puck on net and hope for the best. I think Leith, same thing down here, had a rebound in front. We're not trying to do anything special. We're not trying to be fancy. No one's really going to be on the ESPN top 10 here. So, we're, again, just getting pucks to the net. The more pucks you get to the net, the more opportunities you're obviously going to receive.
And before you head out, I just wanted to ask you, some of the Twitter accounts have started talking about the growth of hockey in North Carolina, and especially with NC State doing so well this year. What are your thoughts about how hockey is sort of growing in the Tar Heel State?
This is always a fun conversation for me. It's certain, being from North Raleigh, everyone always thinks that, North Carolina, not necessarily the biggest hockey hotbed, but they're almost kind of wrong. Hockey is, with all the youth programs, with just when I was playing growing up with the Carolina Lightning, I played for the Eagles growing up. Junior Canes were always a big team, a big rival of ours. And it's really good to see it just doing nothing but growing. And the Carolina Hurricanes obviously help with that. They do a great job with their marketing and their promotions. They with the NHL First Goal program, I think that really generates the youth interest and essentially just establishes a foundation for youth from a very young age. And it's just going to do nothing but grow from here on out. It's really remarkable to see, even college hockey is growing since. This is my 5th year here, so even from a freshman, I was already fortunate enough to kind of come in here, and we already had a pretty good following. But just to see from freshman year to now how that following has grown, it's pretty cool to see, and it's definitely kind of sad that I have to leave at the end of this year. But this program is certainly in good hands, especially with that freshman class that just came in. This team's going to be good for a long time, and I think. This is definitely going to be a team to mess with for a while.
And obviously, you have a lot to look forward to yourself. You're going to be captaining the ACHA Southeast Division All-Star team. Yep. But before that, of course, you have a couple games in hand against ECU and Wilmington next weekend. What's going to be the message to the team?
Same thing, ECU and Wilmington are kind of struggling this season, but we don't want to overlook them. It's very easy for very easy for us to lose a game just by not showing up. We just got to come out with the playoff mentality that we're going to need to take. These last few games are almost kind of like a practice run. We've obviously already clinched playoffs, but these are going to be like practice run games. Like, hey, this is what we need to do for playoffs. It's a one-and-done game. We can have a 24-0 season in the regular season and go 0-1 at playoffs, and it doesn't mean anything. So. It's just keeping that same mindset, keeping the same mentality and intensity up in practice, workouts, and, just showing up to the rink ready to go, ready to battle. And, it's whenever we get up by a decent amount of goals, it's, just nice to kind of have some fun.
And that's the voice of Sam Benishevitz. You guys heard it here first. And this will be it for tonight's broadcast between NC State and Virginia Tech. Final score here tonight, 7 for your Ice Pack and 4 for the Hokies. We will see you next week for some more hockey action right here on PackTV. This has been Zach Sawaye.
Go State.